the audio should... Actually, I don't have any audio on SpeedGaming.
I was going to say, I'm actually on SpeedGaming. I don't have any audio.
Oh, I guess that worked out then.
Yeah.
No, I mean...
Yeah, I don't think you'll... There, normally we have the pre-game music, you know, from the game.
Yeah.
And it sounds like there is no switch for that.
Well, either way, I will have to
Probably
move
no
over anyways to the lonely chat by myself.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Alright, are you guys ready to go? I can flip the switch and y'all can describe what y'all are doing.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you two ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I think I'm ready.
I guess should we compare CVs first just to make sure that we're good?
I think we're good.
Okay.
Alright, now I've got all the audio on screen. Alright, brilliant. Right, looks like we are live. So welcome, everybody, to this showcase match. Pitting a Pokemon Crystal Full Item Randomizer. My name is Trickums, and we are joined today by Wingidge and Vicendithas. We're going to refer to as Vice. But if you want to say hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, hi guys. I'm here too.
So we are going to be getting underway shortly. If you guys want to ready up in the race time, then we can count this down. Wing, have you got your timer set to the race timer?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. All right, brilliant. Right, 1, 2, 2. All right, I'm going to quit out and then let's get this going.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, for everybody who is new to this, you may have seen previously we did a Cinco Bingo tournament. So this will follow the same kind of Pokemon randomized rule. So in this, Pokemon are going to be randomized, moves are randomized, all like trainer Pokemon all randomized, and every Pokemon can learn every move, including all TM and HM compatibility. What we're adding to this is, you may have seen previously, like for those of you who may have watched the like key item randomizer on like GDQ, this goes a little bit further. So whereas before just the key items were shuffled between like gym leaders and like the important NPCs, all of the items here are going to be randomized over the same things: gym leader rewards, NPC gifts, but also the overworld items that you will see. So you may pick up the first Pokeball on Route 30, and it could be the Storm Badge. So there's going to be a lot going on, but please, if you are in the chat and you are new to this, please feel free to answer any questions, as this will be leading to a full item randomizer tournament that will be starting very soon. We are still finalizing the details, but if you are interested, I believe there is a command in the chat which will actually take you to the Pokemon Crystal Cinco Bingo Discord, where you'll be able to find details and resources. And if you are interested on signing up, then please do feel free. We are full on applicants, but we are looking to see if we will extend the applications if we get the interest. So you do still have time if you are still wanting to sign up. Now, looking on the stream itself, we can see that we've got the starters going through. So, both of you, kind of like, what do you look for in, let's say, because one of the most important things is your main. Now, you will have temporary mains depending on what items we'll pick up, but we'll come on to that shortly. But what do you look for especially? Because I know it's a little bit different between the bingo strategy versus the full item strategy. Wing, we'll start with you first. What do you look for?
Alright, so if we're talking about what starter do I pick, then really I'm looking for what has good speed, what is possibly runnable, but I also consider what I want to give my rival. What I want to be facing 4 or 5 times in the run. That's the one Pokemon you get to pick who you fight.
Yeah, and Vice will throw over to you. Is it a similar thing, or do you have any other strategies that you look for?
Kind of for the starters, kind of the same thing. Especially because in this case, none of the starters were very fast, and I almost got bodied by something on Route 29.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
think
you went back.
what we'll do is, like, say, in the early part, you guys will be sharing, but of course, as much as we want to make it again for we want to make it experience for the chat. These guys want to beat each other, so I'm not gonna be giving much away, but there will be times where I may lead into some questions, but try and obviously not tell exactly where they are to give any further information away. So, but if anybody does have any questions in the chat, like just generally about how does this work or what should we be looking for, please feel free to put any questions in there. But we can really kind of say you're both looking to take the tree with you, so
Yeah,
that's a
the
bit of
fake
fun.
tree. Good old rock tree.
Yeah, and if you guys, if anyone here has played Legends Arceus, when you find Sudowoodos in the wild, once they see you, they stop moving and they act like trees. It's hilarious.
It's so bad. I didn't look at the moveset till now. It's so bad.
It's very bad, and I ran into something that had a grass move.
Oh no.
But yeah, as you can see, like if you're getting your first taste now, you can see the item they got from Mum was an elixir, and the berry tree guy is giving a TM. So this gives you a flavor of like what we're going to be seeing. So you'll be able to see the variance of what's happening. Like every item is going to be randomized. Where you would like to look for a TM, you could just get a berry and you're just going to have to deal with it. So, but let's say with the full items, because they're going to be picking up stuff, they're going to be able to pick up more money and be able to kind of vary their route. A lot more elixirs, so you'll see a lot less like center healing, but there'll also be some strategies where they may want to be able to utilize that. If, let's say, for instance, we don't find fly, if they're able to get teleport, they may utilize those strats because, yeah, early canter is certainly a thing, and if you don't have fly, that could be pretty finicky to route between. But I mean, while we're in the kind of early stages, like, I mean, we can just kind of get your thoughts of like what you kind of look for in like full items and what kind of draws you in. Like, so Wing, what is it that kind of gets you like into like the kind of full item randomizers?
I love games that make me think on the fly, and Full Item it definitely does that. It's basically playing the same game, but also a different game every time.
No, absolutely. Yeah, Vice, over to you. And anything else to add to that at all?
Kind of the same. So Wing and I have done a lot of co-op stuff together, where we play an even more randomized game than this, but we play it cooperatively instead of competitively. And I kind of like that, even though it's still Pokemon Crystal and it's still the same game that's been out for 20 years or however long, that it's different every time with the randomizer. Like, you won't do exactly the same thing. Like, you'll do similar things, but it's not exactly the same every time.
Absolutely. That's the thing I'd like. I think really kind of doing these, especially the variants, because you could, for instance, have a whole kind of vanilla start up until you get to Golden World, which is kind of the last point you would see some sort of progress. So the first two that you would see, so similar to a key item randomizer, really you're looking for either the squirt bottle or the pass. So that's what you're really kind of, you're looking for in progress. So, but you could get squirt bottle before Violet, and it really kind of changes what kind of game you're going to be playing. But as Vice alluded to, now this is what we call like the extreme full item settings, but there are settings that can include the hidden items and the day items, and even so much as so to be including Pokemon specific objectives. So there's a lot of variants that you can do to these ROMs. And yeah, like I say, usually when you go for what we kind of refer to as like maximum or insane settings, cooperative runs are usually advised for those. But for now, yeah, this is a what we call the extreme setting. So these will be the settings we will use. for the tournament. The only variance that we do have in these settings, which is different from normal kind of normal, just straight up settings, is we start with the bike on this, just to kind of give a little bit of movement at the start, just so we can kind of get the ball rolling rather than having everybody just walk through. But we will find a bike at some point, but who knows where it could be.
Could be as far as Mount Silver.
It could be in Mount Silver. So yeah, that's what we're kind of playing with.
I would like to point out that I did spend 10 Pokeballs and caught one thing. I used every Pokeball.
Oh no. Mike, I want to say, I assume Wings to this at this point. If he's not, it's not a big deal. But Mikey was a jerk.
Mikey was a jerk.
I had no moves.
Yeah,
for him.
you had a bit of an issue with that. I've just noticed.
did.
Yeah. But you found, I'm not going to give it a, you found some friends.
Yeah, I'm finding some friends. That's
I
for
want
sure.
friends.
I don't think I've ever thrown this many balls this early.
Yeah, normally you would kind of just want to, you'd pick something up and you would just go. Of course, the first obstacle that we always kind of look at is Violet getting through, because we follow, again, the kind of similar path that a key item would, because of course, if you don't get the squirt bottle early, you do need to complete Faulkner, but also what you could do is, yeah, the kind of primary strategy would be to complete Sprout Tower, because there are still a number of item balls in there, as well as the Elder Lee check for defeating him. So you build up the experience and then start to get on your way, but you do need to inevitably beat Faulkner and pick up the mystery egg in order to progress. So that is still something that is needed to be done, so we still follow the same kind of logic through that, and the same kind of boundaries the game would set to you. But after that, really all the logic's out the window, apart from still in all the kind of our randomizers. The cut tree is removed in Ilex Forest just to ensure that there is no soft lock. Other than that, the world is your oyster, or your cloister, whatever you want to refer to.
I don't normally buy more Pokeballs in Violet, but I am this time.
I have to go down to my Moonball, so yeah, I bought balls.
It was quite nice actually early, having to, I think there was an Ultra Ball and a Moon Ball, you all found that you could catch something on 29, because normally you would have to endure the 29 gauntlet to get to Cherry Grove to buy footballs first off, but got a couple options there, so that wasn't too bad.
Yep. No complaints here. Ooh.
But yeah, this also kind of leads to some of the things that again, if any of you watched our bingo tournament before, you would see that it would just be a case of just blitzing through the game vanilla wise to get through to let's say Chuck and Lake of Rage to complete the shiny and open up. Here it's going to be just a scramble all over the world. So as you see on the screen, on the stream itself, underneath all the gameplay, you see the tracker of all the items that is on what they're looking for. So inevitably, they are looking to complete the game, all 16 of the badges, so all the Johto and Kanto badges, and the three Pokegear items in order to wake the Snorlax. Once they have acquired those 19 items, they are then in go mode and are then able to progress and defeat Red. And once you have defeated Red, that is your stop time. Just looking back through the chat, because I know we're looking to obviously just try and introduce the screen, but just looking for some questions in the chat. Now I do see one thing in the chat that says, what TM move would the runners like to find in the first 20 minutes? Now, there's a lot of questions that you could a lot of answers here. Now, if it kind of depends really on kind of what you would want on a main now, or would it be something that you would save? So I'll post the question to you guys. I'll give you can have two or three answers. if there is a TM that you could either put on now or a TM that you may like to save from a potential main switch, what would you like to see? We'll go with Vice first.
So I think Wing would probably agree with me on this. The ideal combination that you always look for with if you have a special attacker, it's Bolt Beam, which is Thunderbolt and Ice Beam, and if it's a physical attacker, Drill Peck Earthquake. Those are the two moves that can cover you for basically anything. Obviously, Surf is good as well, which that's an HM we'll get eventually. Outside of that, other ones that are nice to see that can be good are like Sludge Bomb is good for physical attackers. Shadow Ball is another good one. I don't know, but a lot of times don't always get what you are looking for, so it's just kind of work with what you got. Another interesting one is Sketch. If you can find Sketch, that's cool, because then you can get basically any move you want.
Yeah. Anything to add on to that, Wing?
Essentially, I agree with Vice completely with that one. You want Bolt Beam. Physical Pokemon, you kind of want something that can hit Blissey's, ideally Swords Dance, to make faster setup for later stuff. And Physical Mons, you want Earthquake for sure. There's like 5...
Body Slam's a good addition, yeah. Maybe.
Body Slam is great. But those are like the holy trinity of Earthquake, Body Slam, and maybe Rock Slide. But
see, I'm not as big a fan of Body Slam as some other people are. Yeah, it's a strong move, but the paralysis chance, like if you don't kill something, the paralysis wastes time. I would rather use Strength, which is slightly less power, but you don't have to deal with the paralysis animation.
You don't. Yeah. However, ideally, if you don't kill something, you're probably on like red or something, and you kind of want to have that safety. So it really depends on the player.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, like I say, both things there, both totally great answers. So, like sometimes you'll see like a mid-tier move that you probably would put on to a main that you're currently running, just to like give yourself some leeway in terms of like what fights you're going on. But probably, how long would you keep kind of those top tier TMs? Because obviously one of the things we do have open to us, so like in case you get early Kanto access, by the time you probably get to Goldenrod, if you do complete all of the Violet sequence and Azalea sequence, you'll be about level 20. So chances are, like, we're going to be seeing the runners, if they get that Kanto access, go in there and main switch, because if you go over to Cycling Road, you're going to be getting up to level 33s, and if they have both parts of Surf there, they'll be able to go to, for example, Vermilion Water and get up to a level 38, 39, or they could, well, providing they don't get the Snorlax, of course, up to level 40s of Victory Road if they have Cut and or Waterfall and the 3 radio items. So how long would you really kind of look to hold on to those moves, or do you kind of, if you main switch, do you place them on straight away? We'll go first with you, Wing.
If you have an idea you're going to be main switching, and then maybe hold on until you either you're going to main switch, or you know who your final Pokemon is going to be. And if you see something great later, that's awesome, but that's my thinking. Just hold on until either A, you're stuck, or B, you find a new main in, like you said, Cycling Road, Vermilion Water, or Victory Road.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Anything else from you, Vice, on that, or was that kind of the general consensus?
Yeah, pretty much the same. Like, if I know that I have an option to do Cycling Road relatively early, then I might hold on to moves a little longer. But if and it kind of depends on what main I'm running and like what I have available at the moment. So like right now, I have a main that I'm decently happy with for now. So I probably, if I were to find like a really strong move, I'd probably wait until I at least see what's in Cycling Road or Vermilion Harbor. if those are options. Because right now I have a decently powerful Pokemon with a stab move, so I'm pretty happy.
Absolutely. No, so that's always a thing. We do have a couple questions in chat. So Vetman saying, first time seeing an item random, what is a win condition? So, we'll say they need all 16 of the badges and the 3 Pokegear parts, and the win condition is to beat Red. Once you have all of those, you can speak to Professor Oak, get the Mount Silver access, and beat Red. Once you beat Red, that is time. As Snowbear's already mentioned, so the players that we have, so our kind of accepted emulator choice, so we use Gumbate. Again, if you want to learn more, I'm not sure if we have the the command channel, but or if not, if you Google the Pokemon Crystal Cinco Bingo Discord, all of the resources and tools and tracker information, everything like that, you'll be able to find there in our resources. So please do feel free to join in, have a look, and if so, get in some races, get in with us. We're all happy to help teach people and run with people and get you up to scratch. And if you do, as I'm going to be mentioning a few times during the run, depending on when we get people through, join in for the upcoming tournament that we will be having a full item randomizer tournament starting hopefully next month, and we'd love to have you in. Now, going through at the moment, I believe you're both similarly kind of getting through Violet at a decent pace. So we do have the usual kind of memes of, is Bugsy or is anyone going to be a scam? So what do you kind of look for, depending on kind of what you're looking for? Do you just kind of blitz through onto Goldenrod? Do you complete those sequences, or is it really just a kind of case of depending on what tools you have at the time?
It really
start with you
depends on
first.
the tools. Oh.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the tools. I mean, maybe this is a failing. I don't know. Like each person has their own way of doing stuff. I definitely like to full clear an area if I can, just especially if I don't have fly yet, just so I can, I know I'll never have to come back here, right? Or I won't have to come back to complete something I skipped. So I'm definitely a person that would do Bugsy and do Morty when a lot of other people would skip them, which may waste me time, it may save me time. It just all depends on the race.
No, absolutely. I think, it always kind of depends, because that's the thing. Each one is different. You can't have just a signature style, because who knows what you're going to be picking up. Again, one of the most important things the runners are going to be looking for is Fly and Storm Badge in order to give them both the ability to fly. That's really going to be able to determine what paths each of these runners are going to be taking. But, of course, they're going to be looking for each of the HMs and their accompanying badges. Probably, again, the second most important, I would say, would be, of course, Surf and Fog Badge. Because as you go, whenever you look at these, so we use Emo Tracker as our tracking program, so to speak. But when you see you acquire both of those parts or any of the HMs, you get to see the world light up, and you see all those checks just explode onto your map. So those are going to be the ones that they're going to be looking for most wise. But I'd probably say the most important combo is that Fly Storm Badge. It really kind of then gives you the freedom to kind of explore at your leisure and not have to worry about kind of save scumming and going around that. I mean, let's say they're totally viable, but then you don't have to go for those constant resets, and you just explore the world at your own leisure. We've already got Snowbear spouting out the anti-Morty propaganda. There's already a thing going, but
Morty's
one of the things
required.
that Morty...
I'm going to go there right now.
But that's always a thing, because one of the things you do have to consider some... What's the way to describe it? Some of the kind of the prerequisite checks, because you may need to defeat Morty in order to climb Tin Tower. But then you could wait until you've potentially done the radio tower, because that also gives you the access through as well in a weird turn of events. But yeah, that's always kind of one of the things you have to keep in mind. Like, right, what do I have to do beforehand? Same with, for example, the machine part check. Do you go there early to speak to and open up the quest to get the rocket grunt, to get Misty on top of the nugget hedge maze? All those little things, kind of like you have to kind of keep in your mind and plan and keep them back. Just kind of keep aware of as you're going through exploring the world.
Yep. No, I agree with all that. Sorry, go on. I lost my train of thought there.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. You're both on it at the same time. Like, I'm here to kind of I'll be picking up most of the stuff here.
Yeah, I've noticed that if I'm trying to talk while playing, I end up not playing. I found it very hard to multitask while trying to commentate my own run while also playing.
No, absolutely no. That's like I'll be able to commentate as much as possible. We do have our kind of delays to keep on top of. So, but I mean, in terms of one of the things we could talk about just freely, just while rather than just kind of commentating on runs. What are the kind of mains that you both kind of like to look for? Whether you kind of name a physical and a special main, or just kind of a collection of, what are the things that you enjoy running the most, or what are the most useful? We'll start with you, Wing. Kind of get like 2 or 3 or so.
All right. Aerodactyl with any physical Pokemon with Swords Dance is amazing. A special with high speed. I'm really going for the sweep strats. If you play competitive Pokemon at all. So, Alakazam, huge.
Yeah, basically with Alakazam, he has very bad defense, but it's okay because he'll one-shot basically anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have the right moveset on Alakazam, or... I mean, we always refer to the vehicle. If you're able to grab a decent Mewtwo, that's always going to kind of like be your... kind of like your most time savior throughout all your runs.
I just realized I ran out of one of my moves. I ran out of my stab move, so we'll see what happens.
Oh no!
On this next fight. Well, I'd very much like to have that move, but I think it's fine. This is a strong move as well. This might... Okay. It doesn't one-shot, but it 2-shot, so that's fine.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, you're doing okay. You're doing okay with that.
Yeah, the faster I get off my main, the better.
Well, I think right now, I think there's gonna we'll have chances to kind of like speak about what run, but like, I'm sure. Are you guys happy to say what you're running, or would you like to keep that secret? Totally up to you guys.
I don't mind. For now, it's a celery stick.
Oh, that could be a scary mon.
It can be, but it hasn't been going the way I want it to.
Yeah, I'm currently running a Tauros with Headbutt Thrash, so I'm doing alright. Headbutt Thrash Jump Kick. So, I'm doing okay. I am a slightly Ghost Walled. I don't have a good move against ghosts, but so far haven't been any ghosts. Now I'd probably jinx myself.
Yeah, nothing but ghosts now.
Yeah, it's going to be all the Gengars and Mischievouses coming up right now. But no, I mean, in terms of what the running will, again, there's a lot of things like, yeah, most of the time when we're running, we usually kind of banter, but again, I'm not going to be giving too much away in terms of progression and running. Like, if these guys want to taunt each other and kind of mind game each other, that's totally up to. But again, I'm not going to be progressing like what each person is doing. But again, if anybody has any questions in chat that, like, if you have a question about what someone's doing, I can answer to the best of my ability, but in order to like not give anything away, hopefully you all understand that I won't say, well, because they're here, they're doing this because. We try not to, like, we're not going to try and keep that to a minimum, but yeah, please, if people have any questions in the chat, please do feel free to ask. We're more than happy to answer anything. This is kind of, again, this kind of is just showcasing full items, but if this is the first time you've seen it, or any kind of, or even just speaking about just like Pokemon randomization in general, if you have any questions like that, that's something we can more than happily answer quite freely. So yeah, please do feel free to ask. But yeah, everyone in the chat wing is going absolutely mad that, yeah, because you're having a Celebi with Megahorn, they're really kind of really questioning everything.
That's funny. I mean, that's the way you get over allergies, right? Is you learn to use it.
Exactly. That's how Whiscash
what doesn't kill me make me stronger. Like.
You can look up Whiscash. It's like, he's a water type. He got over his electric weakness by becoming ground. Sorry, Whiscash.
Yeah. I guess I'm wondering, are there any other Pokemon that learn moves that they're 4 times weak to, like naturally? Like, does Tyranitar learn any fighting moves?
That's a good question.
Totally sure, I can check that while you're going.
That'd be really funny.
If anyone has that knowledge to hand, then yeah, please feel free to pop that in. I'm gonna quickly search that now.
Oh hey Wing, if you want a Pokemon with Sword Stance, Gloom has Sword Stance.
Cool. Where's Gloom?
gimme. Kin, yeah, I see. Kin's just put a message in the chat. Berry Tree is also part of Randomizer. Not in these particular settings, but there are different modes of full item randomizers that can include berry trees. So similar enough that these will just include all of the normal kind of just gift items and the overworld items, but you can include settings that will include berry trees, hidden items, day items, and Pokemon goal/catch items. Also including the phone book trainers, which is always a really fun one to have to deal with in like the maximum settings.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, so to answer your question, yes, but actually no.
Now, looking at the I'm just looking at the gen, like the newest gen settings. Tyranitar, for example, doesn't learn a fighting move naturally, but it can learn, like for example, Brick Break and Focus Blast via TM. So it does have the ability to learn that. So
that's amazing.
Always a fun one.
You could teach it to get over its fear. I like it.
It's always like the fun ones, like a Dragonite learning like Ice Beam. It's like, ooh, easy now.
Yep. Although I think, I guess that's not 4 times weak, but no, Nidoking can learn Surf.
That is a good point. It's like,
which I always thought was really weird.
Poison and ground. Yeah, I'm gonna go surfing. It's a little goofy. I like it.
That's the thing. Whenever you just you delve into like Pokemon lore, you just kind of like find out all these like fascinating things. So, yeah. It also learns Dynamic Punch and Rock Smash, as Dimnick stated. Pokemon never change.
Wait, T-Tar learns one of the strongest fighting moves in the game?
Yes, it does.
Well, there we go. That answers our question.
Another question here. I'm going to say Shatteritariva. I'm hoping I didn't butcher that completely. Asked, what settings will they have in a tournament? The same as here, or more items randomized? So these ones here, as Ogate's mentioned, yes. So these will be the settings that we're showing. So this showcase will basically give off what we are going to be running during the tournament coming up. So these will be using the extreme item settings. And again, as mentioned earlier, the only change we make to the settings, really, apart from like a few kind of quality of life in terms of the actual run, is they're going to be starting with the bike. And I believe that, yeah, as part of the settings, the only kind of logic settings we're adding to these is that there is what we call no vanilla basement. So that essentially means that if you do need to go into the basement, you will have the opportunity to find the card key in order to complete Radio Tower to remove all of those pesky rockets and burglars from the basement, so you don't have to fight all of those as well. Now, it could still be an option that card key, for example, or the basement key could be on like the vanilla Force Director, but that can be a little bit rare, but it can happen. I've seen it happen before. I've had it happen to myself, so you never know what you're going to come across with these.
So, something I wanted to mention real quick, because I'm at a spot where this is important, is it really helps if you know the descriptions of moves. Because when you're buying TMs, if you can read what the descriptions are, like, and you have an idea of what move that might be, then you can get an idea of what the move is. Yeah. So, like, I don't know what this one is, but I have an idea. Okay.
Yeah, it's also kind of handy to know which TM numbers are available in marts as well, because you might, for example, get TM11. Now, TM11 normally is Sunny Day, which you pick up from the girl in the Radio Tower once it's saved. But that TM is also readily available in Celadon Mart, for example. So if you pick one up in the wild, and it's a good move that you're like, oh, do I really need to hold on to this? Like, akin to, let's say, TM01, like Chuck's TM, which you're only going to find one of. You have then the freedom to teach that because you know you will have access to that once you reach Celadon. So some of those as well, you kind of like, is always kind of good to know, keep in the back of your mind, or just have like on a notepad to the side what TMs are readily available in both the Celadon and also Goldenrod Mart. Yeah, we've got. I think everyone in the chat. I think give a small shout out to Snowbear keeping on track of our tracking for us today. Really appreciating that. Because of course we have our little tracker at the bottom of the gameplay, as you see. So again, if anyone's come here since the last time since I've last explained, the tracker at the bottom will have any of those. And again, if you see any of those items and you're not sure exactly what those are, please, again, do feel free to ask and we can explain what those items are and then potentially what they could open up to as well. But yeah, so at the bottom you'll see this. They will need to get the 16 badges and the 3 Pokegear parts. Those 19 items is what we require to get to Go mode and go to defeat Red, which is the end game, the end goal of this run is basically to beat Red.
I will point out that there's actually a secret 20th item. You need a way to get to Kanto, so whether that be the pass or the SS ticket.
Yes. Yeah, because we always say it's like either the 20 or 21 items that you need. But yeah, okay. Yeah. Another question from Shadowrat. Yeah, so day items and berry trees will be mostly ignored here. What about the bug contest? So yeah, so in these particular settings, we are just looking for just the overworld items and reward items. So either gym reward items or objective reward items. Day items, berry trees, hidden items, and Pokemon goal items are not included in what we call the extreme settings. But those can be added on to as modifiers, or not modifiers. Well, yeah, actually, even modifiers to other like games should you wish to like play just like a single one on your own. So those are either like crazy settings or even maximum settings, depending on what your fill of the day is going to be, and also how much torture you're willing to put yourself under. I mean, actually, what I could actually potentially do is, if anyone is wondering what each of the items are, I can briefly, just quickly go over what they are. So, literally going across each of the lines from what you can see on the tracker, we have the poker gear, the radio cards, the expansion card, squirt bottle. Next thing is the secret potion, which you'll need to fight Jasmine. The card key for the radio tower segment, the SS ticket, the pass to get to both of those are your Kanto access items. On the next line, you have the machine part in order to complete the power plant segment. The next two items go hand in hand. They are the clear bell and the rainbow wing. Those are for access for Tin Tower. You have the basement key, as it says, to get into the Goldenrod basement.
You have the silver ring.
That's not included on this tracker. They've taken out the mundane items.
Out the useless items. Gotcha.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, sorry, I should have mentioned that just so it doesn't confuse you too. We have the lost item, which you hand into Saffron to the mimic girl. The red scale, which is normally gives you the expansion share from Mr. Pokemon. The mystery egg. What next is the rocket segment. So once you have completed Radio Tower, that is effectively what gives you the unlock to Claire in the gym in Blackthorn. And then you have each of the HMs. You have Cut, Fly, Surf, Strength, Flash, Whirlpool, Waterfall. And then we also do include TM08. Now, TM08 gives you Rock Smash. Now, there are a couple of places in here where Rock Smash will be needed to get items. Most notably Dark Cave and in Burn Tower. And in further logic, further modes, some other items as well. So, for example, in the like if you're including hidden items or day items, the Clefairy Rock Smash in Mount Moon is one. And then you have all of the badges. But I would say, yeah, we're getting somewhat in without giving anything away. How happy with you are both of you with your current progress? Again, don't give anything away, but we'll start with you, Vice.
I feel like I'm doing all right. Feel like we've got a decent progression so far. Nothing ridiculous, but I've got choices of things I could do.
Okay, and over to you, Wing. How are you feeling so far?
That's probably the slowest Violet I've ever done.
That Celebi wasn't the best, yeah.
No, I'm not in Violet anymore. No, I'm doing okay.
No, perfect. No, that's all you need. Like I say, I don't want to be giving anything away, but like we'll check in with you both, just how you both are doing. But yeah, so Vilecat, like saying, yeah, needing Whirlpool's evil. Now, Whirlpool itself gives a number of items. Most notably in Whirl Island, there's, I think it's 12 items in Whirl Island, or maybe 11.
Something like that, like somewhere around.
Yeah, but
10.
also, if you have the access, and also as mentioned, as what Snowbear's put, if you have the Silver Wing as well, that will give you access to the Lugia Static. Now that is a level 60 Pokemon. Now, if your main is not fully up to scratch, that could be a potential main switch right there to really kind of get you through that last portion of the game and can especially help you with Red. But we also do have access to some of the other statics. You have, let's say, any of the Roma statics, and you do have access, of course, to the Suicune once you get that Tin Tower access. In this particular, because we are playing on the 7.3 speed choice version, the Ho-Oh will appear at the top of the Tin Tower without needing Elite Four completion. So that we have nerfed that slightly from a level 60 to a level 40, just because of the ease of getting into Tin Tower, just to make sure it's not just like a complete killjoy for the run. But also we do have access to the Snorlax as well, that's blocking Diglett Cave in Vermilion. Again, that will require the 3 Pokegear pass and obviously Kanto access too. But let's say you could pick up something, as we mentioned, with if you do get that Kanto access early, maybe something pick up from like Cycling Road or any of the other places we've mentioned, Vermilion or Victory Road. But if it's really not quite up to scratch, hey, that Snorlax can really help you out, or that Lugia could really solve your pinch that you're in. So, in terms of kind of like, because main switching is kind of a solid staple in these runs. I'm going to ask a question to you both. What is, in one run, what is the most number of main switches that you can recall that you've done in one run? We'll start with you, Wing.
The most main switches in one run. I think I was actually facing Vice in the key item tournament like last year. And it was, how many main switches? I switched off the first one. I eventually switched to my Dunsparce on Cycling Road, which I definitely wanted to switch off of that. And then I found a Lugia. It was a whole thing, but Dunsparce saved that ROM. So that was a struggle of a ROM, I'll say that much.
Yeah, that was... I definitely struggled on that ROM. I ended up forfeiting just because I got into a place where I was completely stuck. My main was not good enough to do anything, and at that point I was still fairly new to the randomizer stuff, so I didn't know about I didn't even think about catching a new Pokemon on Cycling Road, and we were required to beat Janine to continue.
Right,
it was rough.
But yeah, because I know you obviously, for anyone who doesn't know, give a little bit of background to both of these runners. So Wingidge is one of our admins in the Cinco Bingo Discord, and Vice has done a lot of work like in the kind of development and also in terms of like our tracker packages. So both of these are very experienced runners and kind of developers and just everything in terms of the full item randomizer sequence and just Pokemon randomizing in general. But yeah, so go back to you guys. So you've done a lot more since that key item tournament. What's the most that you've done on a switch? Like how many switches during one run do you remember?
I honestly I'm not sure. I know I've switched at least a couple times, like where I start with something I think is going to be good enough, and then it's just not getting there, so I switch, and I find something better. I would say probably in the neighborhood of 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's usually kind of... Because that's the thing, because you can go from your starter to like a Route 29-30 switch into a Cycling Road switch into a static switch into a static switch, and it could just snowball from there. Like it can go completely crazy. But it's not out of the mind to just not stick with one, which I think it was kind of leading to, especially when you hold on to TMs. Like, do you hold them? Like, let's say for example you've got like an Earthquake TM. Let's say for example, do you wait to see what statics you have available, or if your main is, let's say, 5 to 10 levels below, let's say, do you just plonk it on straight away and say I am keeping this, or do you kind of hold it to maybe let's see what a Lugia is, or see what a Snorlax is? What's your kind of mindset into keeping those sorts of like the high end TMs, I'll call them? Start with you, Vice.
The problem is a lot of the things it's gonna be a similar answer. It depends. It depends how close am I to getting to that static. If I'm pretty close to the static, like if I can go access the Snorlax now, then I would probably wait and see what the Snorlax is. But if I'm really far away from the Snorlax, I might go ahead and use that TM, especially if my main is good enough. If I think my main is good enough and has a decent moveset, and that TM would make it even better, I'd probably go ahead and use it at that point.
No. I imagine it's probably the same answer on your end, Wing.
Well, a lot is going to definitely be the same. I'm going to say that if I'll be more liberal and just in regards to using them, if I can buy them in the shop for sure, or I know there's a second one at some point, or if I know I have, let's say I have both Rock Throw and Rock Slide, I don't mind using one up early. Like, I'll use Rock Throw early, and it's like, this is a Rock type move. It'll get me some, or like Magnitude for instead of Earthquake. I'll just toss that on, and if I find something new, awesome. If not, I saved time by getting a good move, or an okay move.
Yeah, I think that's also the thing. Like, so for, like, if you've got, let's say, for example, like you've got something with double kick and it moves on to jump kick, you can keep jump kick for a little while, and then yeah, you've got that free upgrade later on. So,
Oh, for sure.
yeah, just give it a little bit of like time just for the gameplay to go through. But yeah, in like for chat's sake, does anybody like if you have any questions in terms of, because at the moment, like, I mean, there's obviously going to be this, but as you can already see, there's quite a bit of variance to where the runners are and what they've completed so far. But does anybody have any questions in terms of movements and objectives, strategies, anything like that? But please feel free to answer them in the chat. Again, we have Snow Bear in the chat and some of our more experienced runners as well. If there's anything like that you see on the screen that you have a question for, like I say, those will probably be the ones to ask. But if you have any general questions you'd like to ask the runners about what like their journey through Pokemon, or like what they've done, like their favorite things about full items, then by all means, like, please ask them in the chat. We're more than happy to answer any questions you may have.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to learn a third stab move.
Oh my god, that's why I was just going insane.
Is Stomp's not better than Headbutt, is it?
No.
No,
Well,
headbutt's better. I think Stomp's.
I think Stomp is 60 power, or maybe 65 power. They're very similar.
They are very similar.
Oh, is my mic? I'm getting feedback in my chat that my mic's quiet. I probably wasn't. Mic was kind of far away. That's probably why.
I mean, on Discord, you're fine.
Yes, yeah. Stomp's power is 65.
Okay, so slightly worse than Headbutt, and both can flinch.
The plot thickens.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Wing's trying to play mind games with me over here, I hear.
This isn't a mind game. This is just a fun game now.
That is, yeah. I'm not gonna say anything, but
There. We have definitely done different things now. Or I've done different things.
Now, what we will tell. So, again, if people are familiar with key item randomizers, as well as like if you're just like newish to full item randomizers, then you'll know of kind of what we call like bad checks or just annoying checks. What are yours two kind of worst checks that you could potentially have to face? Now, I'm going to take away the Elite Four answer because, of course, that is the worst probably to do, especially for the amount of items that can give. But what's your kind of your worst check to go for? We'll start with you, Wing.
My worst check, I want to say Dragon's Den. Definitely Dragon's Den and the Whirlpool Lock of Dragon's Den. Those are, you have to do Radio Tower, and then you have to beat Claire, and then you have to beat another, so that's what, 12 fights or so for 5 checks? It's a little obnoxious.
And for you Vice?
Well, it's not in this version of the randomizer because of the tournament rules, but Vanilla Basement. If you ever have to do Vanilla Basement, it's just terrible. But in terms of what's actually in this randomizer, I'd probably have to say Route 4 is one of my least favorites because it's an extra fight with a trainer with 6 Pokemon. You have to fight rival 6 or rival 7? And then you have to make your way over there. There's another fight on Route 4 itself. It's just so far out of the way.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because I know one of the more kind of accepted, like I know everybody doesn't like doing, like the Nunky Hedge Maze in Cerulean. That's always one that people turn their noses up at.
Nugget Hedge Maze, I don't mind. It's a lot of fights, but a lot of them only have like one Pokemon, and they're relatively weak in the 30s or so. And so, I think it's 11 Pokemon total.
Plus, like I don't mind doing it either because, like, especially like if you've picked up something from Cycling Road and you've done maybe a few fights, you've got it to like 35ish or so. It's a decent place to get some experience and get some levels on that boy or girl.
Yeah, for sure.
So I had a question pop up in my chat. Are there any specific Pokemon that you either love or hate to see on either side? Either on your side that like you just see and you absolutely don't want to run it, or as something that the enemy has, or that not and I don't mean like your race opponent. I mean that you're like someone you're fighting. Like let's say what would be what would be your least favorite thing to see Red lead?
To see Red lead would be
Metronome. Mewtwo is the obvious, like the instant answer I would have.
Mewtwo is the instant, easy answer, but I want to say a Pokemon that also wants to set up on you. So that is Mewtwo, or actually any other physical main, Machamp or something using. I won't stress how much Swords Dance is a pain. Parasong is obnoxious.
One of my least favorite moves to see on Red is Psych Up.
Oh, yep, that's true.
Or especially if they have like Roar or Whirlwind, like you're about near setup and they whirlwind you out the fight. That's like
it's like, oh, your setup, our setup.
Oh yeah, with Psych Up. Yeah. Oh, we've got one. Yeah, we've got Smitty in the chat saying avoiding soft sand girls like the plague. I agree with a soft sand one. I don't like doing the soft sand check.
I don't know who that is, but I'm gonna go do soft sand just to spite him.
I thought I thought you were saying you didn't know who soft sand was. I'm like, how do you? What are you talking about? It's like,
I've never done that in my life. Is that a check?
Yeah. Oh, we have a question in chat now. In case of any. Now, like kind of like trades or anything like that, the trades still do follow the same kind of obedience
Yeah, so-
mechanics. So that's still kind of the same. We kind of keep the normal kind of what I would say the base game settings. There's not really anything we change for that. Is there? I probably imagine there is a way we could.
There's a way we could, but is it a thing that we should? I disagree because you get the added boost of getting boosted experience.
Yeah, I think I would tend to agree with that. Is that that's the way you balance out the boosted experience, the 1.5 times experience or double experience or what I don't know what actually the calculation is. You balance that by having to be wary of obedience.
Exactly.
Apparently you have you have been dared in the chat by Smitty to go and do it and waste your time on soft sand. So whether you do it is your choice, but you have been challenged.
Well, if I've been challenged, I guess I have to now.
But if anyone is unsure of the obedience badges and what you would need, Falconer gives you up to level 10. Hive badge gives you up to level 30. Fog badge gives you up to level 50. Storm badge gives you up to level 70, and the Rising badge gives you unlimited levels.
So I just got super lucky there. Something paralyzed me, then confused me. I hit through the parafusion. Then next turn I was not confused and still hit through the paralyzed. So I was not punished at all for that parafusion.
Nice.
It's always nice to
Also,
get luck like
may
that.
I just say it is an absolute pleasure for both of you, just personally for me, to be fainting as much Clef as I have been seeing right now. It's such a pleasure.
So Cleffa is one of your least favorite Pokemon, then I take it?
So that's
That's
a
a story.
That is a story, right? I'll tell the story because people may not know of myself.
I don't
So-
know that story.
All right, well, I'll tell you. So previously, in the bingo tournament that we did, again, I was still very new to all the the randos and stuff like that. In my first match, I was very nervous and everything, and I knew I was so far behind. I think I'd already lost by that point, but I wanted to finish. But one of the goals was evolve 4 pokes, and I picked up a Cleffa and tried to level it to evolve
Oh no!
without realizing.
It's a friendship evolve.
Yeah, I realized that. After I was like, oh wait, this isn't working. Because I was just going through clay. I was like, why is this not evolving? Ever since then, I've never lived in it. It's just been the bane of my Pokemon running existence. So
That's too funny.
That's real funny. I love it.
Yeah, I did something similar, knowing full well that it wasn't going to work, or that it would take forever. I think we were playing we were doing a randomized evolution run at some point, where whenever a Pokemon evolves, it evolves into something random. And I got I think it was the Lugia. I can't remember if it started as this or it evolved into this. I don't remember. It was either the Snorlax. It was one of the statics, so high level Pokemon, and either it started as or it evolved into a Togepi. And I grinded out the happiness on that thing to where am I going? I don't need to do this. And I don't remember what it evolved into, but I actually did a happiness evolve in a run just because I could.
Nice. I like it.
I like it. Also, I believe we have missed it, but one of the traditions in doing a full item randomizer is to wish everyone a happy 1 hour and happy and as every hour goes. So if anyone wants to wish everybody a happy 1 hour in the chat, you're more than welcome to do so.
Happy 1 hour,
1
42 minutes, or 42 seconds, whatever.
Yeah, no, we were talking, we missed it, but
1 hour,
we're close
1
enough.
minute, and 50 seconds. There we go. Got it.
Yeah, that.
Oh, also, I did realize, so we were talking about moves on Red and such. How about if you see one of Red's Pokemon use Haze on you?
That's
Yeah.
rude.
That's rude. That's annoying. Not as annoying as Psych Up, though. Well, I don't know. I guess the thing with Psych Up is if they use Psych Up, you just, okay, I have to kill this thing now before it, since it has all my stats. It depends on how much you set up at that point. If you've only set up defenses, well, like I guess if you've only set up defenses at that point and it uses haze and you're a special attacker, it almost doesn't matter. But if you've set up like +5 attack and it uses psych up, you're like, okay, I need to get this off my screen now, or else it's gonna wreck me.
Oh, we've also got comment in the chat for once again from Smitty. You had one time where there was a level like the 81. The lead was a Machamp with belly drum. That's
that's scary.
Ooh. Oh, we got a comment. Yeah, so from so having it randomized so that if you were to, you had to get a trade mon in order to have a Pokemon that has a key item on them. Now, having a key item attached to a Pokemon, like we can't do that. But like, if you play any kind of if you had any chance to play any kind of the maximum settings that we play, like you see that, like for example, each of the for example, the bug catching contest prizes could be an item, or the like I say, any of the Pokemon checks from Bill's grandpa after at the top of Cerulean, that could always be a thing. So there are some modes that you can get some really troll checks in. So yeah, that's always a thing that you can always love to see. But usually, like kind of maximum ones, you usually kind of co-op those. So you like to share the pain around. But yeah, I'm as much of a torturer to myself that, hey, if there's the opportunity for that, go on, I'll give that a try.
Yeah, I'll try everything once.
And then we continue to do maximums for some reason.
We do maximum together because it
would be so painful if we were if we actually race those.
Oh, it would be the worst.
It would take so long.
I enjoy the maximums, like yeah. Even if I was doing it solo, I've done a few of them solo. Some of them can be okay, but yeah, they're obviously going to be infinitely longer. If you do a co-op, then it just makes them, yeah, for sure, much less egregious.
I just realized I instinctively picked up a hidden item that I didn't need to pick up.
I pick them up sometimes if they're in my path. Just, you never know.
I mean, more money to sell, like, for example, if you need to go... Because obviously you want to start, depending on where you are, thinking about buying super or max repels and hyper potions, revives. Yeah. You're going to need the money for those, so, I mean, as much as we're picking up stuff, hey, wouldn't hurt getting a little extra here and there.
Oh, for sure. Sometimes it's like, oh, look, a protein. I could use that.
Yeah, easy, like, near $5,000 there. But, I mean, yeah, especially doing these, like, the joy of like seeing stuff like elixirs and all like max revives, like just all those things as I mentioned, just kind of not prevent but lessen the need to like center after like every other fight if you're like going through like a sequence.
Well, that's just rude.
What? Okay, fine.
And?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm not worried.
Oh, yeah.
He says, worried.
Now, this may be something that we do come like through on the run.
Come on.
How are you guys with the dark segments? Let's go. We'll start with Wing first on that.
I'm fairly confident. In fact, for this tournament, I've been practicing World Islands Dark. And it never hurts to have a reference sheet on your spare monitor if you have one of those. But there's a few strats to not get lost. There's the pause strat to give it a little flash for a moment.
See, I've tried to do that, and I can't see what everyone else sees.
It's weird. I think it's settings in Gambata. You have to have a specific settings.
Oh,
but,
okay.
I mean, I'm fairly confident with the dark strats, but it always seems to be when it's like, alright, I'm gonna hear for the bonks, and then someone starts talking. Every time.
Right.
Nah, that makes sense. What about you, Vice? How is your your dark landscape movement?
I'd say okay. I mean, probably like at this point it's been so long, and I assume Wing did it anyway. You probably saw I did the Violet Side Dark Cave blind. That one's not terribly hard. I can do Rock Tunnel. I incorporated maps into the tracker when I like as part of the development of the tracker. It needs updating. It doesn't have like hidden items and stuff in it, and it's something that's been on my to-do list for a while. But I added those maps just to help those dark sections. So I can do Rock Tunnel decently well. I can do Dark Cave even, like Blackthorn Side and the rest of it, rest of Violet Side. I'm not as good with Mount Silver or with Whirl Islands. So I just haven't done those blind nearly as often.
No, that makes total sense. Yeah, Whirl Island's always because there's a lot of like kind of corners to go around. Whereas I'd say Rock Tunnel's a lot more linear. Like you can kind of get through that, like hear the bonks for that one. But yeah, for sure the Whirl Island one's a little bit more tricky, like a lot of backwards and forwards as well.
Yeah, and I guess also it with a ROM type like this, like Extreme, for the most part, you can see the items that are on the ground. But if you're doing something that has hidden items included, you can't see those, so you kind of have to know where you are in space and know where they are, and it gets a lot trickier.
Oh, for
yeah.
sure.
Lot of practice going to those, but yeah, again, as seasoned runners as they are, like I think we've done like plenty of like crazy hidden items and maximums that you kind of get a feel for roughly where they are. But yeah, I would say, as you've mentioned, on the package that Vice has created to feature on, for those kind of the dark segments and just all the kind of caves, you do have access to maps on there, so very handy package. Like yeah, as you mentioned, yeah, like if you're putting the items on there soon, that would be great to have. But yeah, even for now, like if you're feeling a little bit lost, like you can kind of get a feel for where you are, but those maps are so helpful. Also, not to try and give anything away, but are you okay there, Vice? That looked a little painful.
That hurt. that wasn't fun. I'm a Tauros, and I get hit with cross chop.
So you stuck with the Tauros the whole way?
Yeah, I decided to stick with it. By the time, like, I could have switched to something. Like, I didn't even check Cycling Road. I thought about it, but I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty happy with this Tauros and its moveset.
Okay.
But who knows if, like, one of the statics catches my eye.
You never know.
Actually, one of the things we could talk about. So, as I mentioned earlier, there are certain items that you get that can open up further checks. What are kind of yours to kind of, if you get one of those, what are the kind of the least favourable to see? We'll start with you, Vice.
I mean, anytime you see basement key, even though vanilla basement's not in there, it's still out of the way and kind of just extra stuff to do. So any run that you don't get the basement key or basement's not required is always nice.
Yeah, over to you, Wayne.
Yeah, in regards to the items you don't want to see, honestly, I don't really have an item I don't mind seeing. If anything else, my pick would be an item that you half checked the area, and then you get the item after the fact. It's like an example that would be like getting a secret potion after you've already done Lighthouse. And I was like, oh, I guess I get to go up there, talk to her, and get 2 more checks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. One of the ones that I kind of like hate to see is you're so far over in the world and you get, for example, the mystery egg and you don't have fly yet, or the scale for that matter as well. But yeah, I'd probably say, yeah, either the secret potion or the basement key. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I agree with both of those sentiments.
Yeah, we'll give them that. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go, due to a thing, I think I'm gonna main switch.
Ooh. Main switch time, huh?
Yeah. My, 17th of the run.
Now, going, I know we spoke about the kind of mains you kind of look for. What is your favorite Pokemon? Let's say, regardless of you were able to get either a physical or special main with those great moves we spoke about earlier. What is your favorite Pokemon if you get to see that you love to run? We'll start with you, Vice.
Oh gosh. I mean, I really like evolutions. I mean, if you couldn't tell, I don't know if you can. Anyone that's watching my stream, I've got all the evolutions across the top there. Eevee's my favorite Pokemon. Unfortunately, a lot of the evolutions aren't really runnable. Some of them are, like Flareon's good, Jolteon's good, Espeon. I also just did not see what item I picked up because I was talking. Okay, I know what item I picked up. It's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's see what else. Well, I'm trying to think what stuff I run frequently. Oh, I did dumb. See, the problem is while I'm talking, I miss stuff. You're distracting
don't do
me.
that. Fair enough.
All right, we'll throw it over to Wing. Have you got an answer?
All right. My go-to one that's just easy to run would be Kingdra. It's perfectly balanced as all things should be. It's it can be special, it can be physical. It's got really good defensive typing. So it is just, it almost makes it boring. Like, not as bad as running a Mewtwo and just steamrolling, but it is a good Pokemon just to have in your back pocket.
Yeah, Kingdra is pretty great.
You know you'll get Stab Surf at some point. There's... Yeah, no, it's solid.
I mean, obviously, if you can find a Mewtwo or an Alakazam that has good moves, then... Oh, I mean, even a Mewtwo with bad moves is still a Mewtwo. But, honestly, running a Mewtwo feels like cheating. I don't know why. I like... it's almost too powerful.
No, I agree. The one time that
Okay.
I caught a Mewtwo relatively recently, I actually specifically released. Did that on stream. It's like, alright, we would run this, but actually no.
Oh, I just realized... Okay, that's fine. Yeah, sorry about that. I was like doing something that I needed to focus on, and I was trying to talk at the same time, and I ended up messing something up. It's okay though.
Yeah, don't do that.
I not mark? I did not mark. Okay. Okay.
All right, I'd say we're a little bit forward from where we spoke to last time. We've kind of another near enough like 40 minutes through. How are both of you feeling your progress is going at this moment? Just over an hour and a quarter in. We'll start with you, Wing.
Progress-wise, not too bad. I'm a little concerned with the decisions I made in regards to what is currently on my screen. That we'll just nickname Cookie.
Oh no, what did you do?
And in regards to that, we'll see how this goes.
Okay, and over to you. See, I can see it's like, yeah, we'll have to like speak about this afterwards, but yeah, Vice, how do you feel it's going for you?
I feel it's going alright. Like, I've definitely made a couple goofs on small things. It's like, oh, I should have done that instead of that, or whatever. Nothing major though. I don't want to give too much away to Wing, but this may, I don't know. I'm still kind of waiting for the world to light up, because I feel like I've got some things I can do, but there's like a couple things that would really open up the world for me.
Fair.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Again, I'm trying not to like give too much away, but like it's just like I just feel like, especially like at like certain points, just so that people can kind of see like, oh, this is going good, this is going bad, but like just kind of like get your live thoughts and see like how things are going. But
oh no, the thing I was afraid of. I'm fine though.
Oh no,
there's a ghost on screen.
Are you still ghost walled?
Not walled. It's just not my best move. It's a fine move. It's just not. It's not great. It's not like. It's not 100%.
It's not
accuracy.
the optimum move. Yes.
Yeah, it's not 100% accuracy. It's not stab. Obviously, since I'm normal type, but It's fine.
Everything's fine.
It's off my screen now. It was a 3-shot instead of like a 1 or 2 shot.
So I'm trying like so hard at the moment. I'm like keeping up. I'm like, I want to commentate, but like I'm trying so hard to just like think of, right, what doesn't give this away?
Fair. I mean, you're doing a good job, in my opinion.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, that's the thing. I'm wanting to like gauge certain things and like get the opinions, but not say, you're here. Why are you here? Like, yeah, obviously I'm never gonna want to do that to you. But again, like, see, if I've got any other further things, like kind of, obviously, Snow Bear's making note of what just happened to yourself, Vice. But other than that, like, but yeah, does anybody in the chat have any other kind of like comments or observations about anything they've seen so far, or like, because again, we're all here, like, yeah, we're all showcasing like this is a race at the end of the day, but like we want to help out. If you have interest in this, then please feel free to ask anything in the chat. Like, we're more than happy to help. And we have Snow Bear, Dimnix, I've seen Smitty in here, like some Ergo, not to mention a few others, but yeah, we have some seasoned people in here that are more than happy to answer any questions. Like, no question is a dumb question. Like, we're all here to help. So, again, if you have any specific questions to the runners you want to ask, I can feed those through.
My movement has been really terrible.
We're trying something new. Don't be too hard on yourself, buddy.
I think you've done a fine job.
Oh.
There you go. You got through fine.
I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next.
Now, Wing, I will ask, are you happy to speak about your main? Because we do have a question in chat of why Cookie?
I will say, I did not choose the name Cookie. But I am getting boosted experience due to someone else naming it for me.
Did you did a trade strat? That's hilarious.
Yeah, so I'm running Cookie.
I'm curious which trade
Let's go,
strat it could
Cookie.
be.
I'll tell you after.
We'll keep some mystery around it, but I just
Yeah.
wanted to just go for that.
I don't mind talking about that.
I mean, it's not something I'm gonna do. Don't want that.
Yeah, I know. I doubt you're gonna be doing this.
Oops.
Okay.
Question in chat. I'm not actually too sure of this because I'm not sure we get access to this in these settings. I might be wrong. Is the Celebi static available in this? So I think that's when you get GS Ball and Ilex and complete E4. Is that still a thing here?
So I don't think we have that setting on where like you don't get the key item GS Ball. So, and I think you need specifically a Japanese version of the game. So I don't think so. I could be wrong with that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I wasn't sure of that. Vice, do you have any additions to that at all? I'm not sure.
I think what Wing said's right. I think you need a Japanese version of the game, and I think there's code buried in there to do it, but it's not activatable from what I understand.
So
There might be a way to do it, but it would require a lot of code changes to do.
yeah, it's because Crystal Japanese version and Crystal, well, this version, they're similar, but they are still different. Just with how certain things work.
Okay, now we're getting on to some other subjects here. We got a rather important question in chat. Is
Okay.
What is your favorite sort of cookie? Do you like just the chocolate chip, peanut butter? What's your go-to cookie if you do go for cookies?
All right. I might be a heathen, but oatmeal chocolate chip.
Oatmeal
Yo,
chocolate
I
chip's
rate that
great.
answer. I rate that.
Yeah, oatmeal chocolate chip's great.
That white macadamia nut. Those are my two go-to cookies.
I've always been a big fan of Snickerdoodle.
What is that? I've not. Again, I'm from the UK, so I'm not sure this thing. What is
Snickerdoodle
that?
is like, was it cinnamon sugar? I think primarily. It's like a sugar cookie, but I think with cinnamon.
Oh, that sounds delicious. I want to try that so bad.
You know, I never actually thought about what's in a snickerdoodle cookie before.
You just buy it. You just know it tastes good.
I
Yeah.
just know that I like them.
That's all you need.
There you go. Hopefully that answers your question there, Crimson. Right. So I think we've had a question in the chat. I think it's the GS Ball is available on the 3DS Virtual Console. I think no, there is an option for here. But you don't necessarily need the Japanese version. It's just a GS Ball item.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
I think you mentioned they're taken out for this. Yeah.
They might have patched the Virtual Console version. I know they've done stuff like that in the past where they patch those. Like, I mean, for all the stuff with the Switch Virtual Console, like the SNES Online stuff like that, they patched them to add multiplayer in. And I know that they've done like some bug fixing, like some small things. I don't know if this is one of those that's technically a bug fix, or if it's something, like maybe it could be. Maybe if we added a GS ball, it would work. I don't know. I've never tried it.
Might be something to think about. We could possibly test that at some point. Not today.
Yeah, we could experiment. I know me and Snowbear, because one of the things you can do with the functionality of the item randomizer is because you can add in like the kind of speciality items. For example, like the thick club for Marowak or like light ball for Pikachu. I think we have added in a GS ball, but I think I've not been able to get it work, and I think we've added it in as a bit of a meme item drop in places. But is it from your best knowledge, is it defeating an Elite Four that spawns the Celebi static, or I've never actually used it before.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it might be something to just experiment with at some point.
Yeah. If I have I've done some work with the with like the disassembly of Pokemon Crystal, so like I can look through the code and understand how stuff works. So I could probably tell you. I just have to look at it.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, I need to look at the stats of this thing. I'm beginning to regret my decision.
Cookie not doing well for you.
No, she's doing fine. She's doing fine.
This cookie is half baked right now.
Yeah, no, it'll get stronger later. It'll be a good cookie later.
I'm very concerned.
It's a mirror code.
Wait, someone's using mirror code on you, or you're using mirror code?
I got mirror coded.
Oof. That's never good.
No, it is not. We got revives.
I always hate when that has to be a thing. I have revives, I'll be fine.
You know how you're asking about progress recently and how we feel we're doing? I was feeling fine until recently when things slowed down a lot. I'm afraid that I'm doing the wrong things or going the wrong places, but we'll find out. Or,
yeah, I feel that.
Or I'm also afraid that I forgot to mark something and I have access to something that I don't realize.
I've got a similar feeling. It's like I've got 3 very distant checks from each other. Are my go-to, and it's like I don't know what I want to do with that.
Right.
I don't like that information.
Oh, question in the chat, which we could all answer anyway, but Triple H137, if you main switch, can you name it Biscuit? So one of the things we do have, which is same in the vanilla, is if you go to the name rater in Goldenrod, you can nickname your Pokemon. Now, in the speed choice, we do have an option where we can turn off the option to nickname Pokemon, and as probably what has been evident in Wellness of Music, is we can disable the bike music, because hearing that over and over can be a little bit grinding on the ears. But yeah, you can nickname a Pokemon in Goldenrod. Now, one of the things which we some of us do partake in this, if you do find them at cargo and you find some black glasses, you can turn that into a what we what's the word, affectionately referred to as swag cargo. So that's also like a little like funny side objective some of us have in the community, so that's something which we do utilize if we have the chance to. But yes, you can nickname your Pokemon freely in Goldenrod should you wish to.
Okay. That's not what I want to find.
Just having a little peek at your TM list, Wing. That's a few decent TMs you've got there for potential future endeavors.
Potentially, probably not Cookie. But yeah.
Maybe not Cookie.
But maybe Cookie. I mean, stats are okay.
Yeah.
The stats are okay. Basically, Cookie's win condition is just get so over leveled that you just don't worry about your stats.
I like it, I like it. Yeah, Tenderlink, no, you are true with that. Yeah, when we say grinding on years, when all we do is grind, that's true. But when you're going through every area hearing da 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 da, that can be a little bit grating after a while.
Oh, for sure.
Plus, then you get the option to listen to like all the various overworld sequences, and like one of my favorite soundtracks is the national park music. Like, I love listening to that.
It's a good track.
Oh, question in the chat. So in these settings, we have saved that director is only in logic when we have the card key, but the fake director check is in logic only if we have the sufficient badges. That is correct. Yeah, so... Yeah, I believe, yeah. So we need to have the card key in order to, let's say, save the radio tower. But, yeah, if one of you wants to explain, like, what the requirements are for radio tower or any of that sequence, just so.
Well, the radio tower actually comes into play as soon as you get your 7th badge. Wherever you get it, doesn't matter. Your 7th badge is what causes Professor Elm. As soon as you get outside and have reception, he'll call you saying, "Oh, they took over the radio tower," and then you can go up there. You can face False Director to get that one check if you want.
Yeah. But yeah, in terms of the save the director check, so one of the logic settings that we have is what's known as mentioned earlier, what is called no vanilla basement. So you are not required, if there is something in the basement, you are not required to complete and go through all the rockets and burglars. The logic would be is that you would be able to find, well, obviously you'd have all 7 badges, but you would be able to find the card key in order to complete the radio tower sequence before going into the basement, so you can remove all of those unnecessary fights.
That crit mattered. Oh no! Okay.
So how's Cookie treating you there, Wing?
Cookie's fine. The trainer Wing is just bad at the game. Did a fight that is like, oh, I went into this without any X specials or X anything. This is fine.
You're just giving Cookie a chance to shine.
Yeah.
Just show that raw power that Cookie has.
I mean, it's got power. Kind of. So let's fix that problem of ours. Yeah, that's good.
I hit my first optional of the run.
Hooray, I have a chance to catch up.
I am not convinced that I'm ahead of you.
Fair enough. Buy those.
We got a lot of love for Dragonite in this game. I'll pose a question. So, what is your favorite Pokemon? I would say up to that you can find in Gen 2. So up to Gen 2. We'll go with Vice first.
Like just favorite Pokemon in general, or favorite Pokemon to run?
Yeah. Just favorite Pokemon in general.
Eevee.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm 100% with that.
I mean, seeing as I have a tattoo of Eevee with all the evolutions, Eevee.
Oh my god, I do too.
Really?
I do. Yeah.
We'll have to show each other our tattoos then at some point.
Just me over here without an Eevee tattoo.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah. What about you, Wing?
That was a good question. In this gen, I would say I have a lot of respect for Dunsparce. However, overall, I would say that it's a really... I don't really have too much of a favorite. Like, right now, I've just been going, who gave me my PB? So right now, Muck is my favorite.
See, I thought it would have been hands down Dunsparce.
Dunsparce is on the list. Don't worry, it's in my top 5.
got one comment in chat. Yeah, one of their favorites is Tyranitar. I like Tyranitar.
T-Tar's
Actually, one of the I would say probably one of the most challenging runs I've had is running a T-Tar through. And that was literally all the way through from Route 30 up to 2 reds. Like that was really fun. Scary, but fun.
T-Tar can be fun. He's very allergic to punches.
Oh, for sure.
Also goes with because running those 4 times weakness. There was a run I did a couple weeks ago, which again found this on 31. But yeah, running a Heracross from that to end game, that was really fun. And but the thing is, it had all of the stats as well. It was like 15s and 14s everywhere. But yeah, do you ever like? How often would you guys consider running those types of mons, like your Tyranitars, your Dragonites? Like, what's your kind of like your thing with that? Like, is that just are you just like, if it has a good moveset, let's go with it, or do you try and steer away from those as much as possible?
No, T-Tar is on my like top 5 list to run.
Yeah,
like
Dragonite's up there for me.
Dragonite's up there if you've got the Drill Peck TM.
Right.
Or Drill Peck move.
I mean, you guys watching will have seen, I caught both a T-Tar and a Dragonite, but they were lower level when I caught them, and they didn't come with a good enough moveset in my opinion.
Fair. Yeah, T-Tar's only 4 times weakness is what is it, fighting, and frankly, he's got the armor, he's got the defense that he kinda doesn't care. He doesn't mind that. One bit.
Yeah, seeing we got some more questions. Everyone in the chat like post like, what's your favorite up to Gen 2? We got a lot of love for Steelix. We got actually a love for Rattata. Get your youngster Joey jokes out now. Really going with Typhlosion. I like Typhlosion.
Quagsire's on my list.
Yeah, gotta acquire the sire. I got a question for the people that said, or the person or people who said Rattata. Is there Rattata in the top percentage of Rattata? Because if not, then what are you doing?
No, we do have a bit of a delay, so yeah, we'll see what the response is for that, but yeah.
Ouch. I kept going and crashed.
Oh no.
It's fine.
I'm gonna do what is objectively the wrong decision.
But sometimes those bad decisions can come through to a win. Because that's the thing, is like, how long do you leave it to then go for those unoptimal checks we discussed earlier? Like, what is kind of like your kind of thought process when kind of considering those?
You kind of gotta gauge it on who you're facing. If it's a race, if it's just solo, then ideally you just go efficiency-wise. But if it's a race, it's like, okay, Vice and I have been playing this game for what, a year and a half, 2 years together,
something like that. So we know each other's race tendencies pretty well.
So sometimes you gotta be like, you gotta think, okay, I would normally do this, but he would never expect this.
But then you can also, you have to be careful of that, because you could psych yourself out of doing something important that... So there's definitely been times when we've been both trying to like psych each other out or like kind of gauge, oh, I don't think Wing would do this or Vice would never do this, and then neither of us does it, and then it ended up being important.
Yeah.
Oh, got a question here from Smitty. Do you have any good stories about finishing a run with horrible mains? Says he finished with a ride-on once and never again.
I mean, as I was saying before, okay.
I don't remember if I finished the run with it, but I ran a Clefable once.
I will say my PB was with a Muck who is objectively not that great, and I may have done something silly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say, but
Did you just like reset and lose a bunch of progress or something?
No.
it's fine. No, it's fine.
Everything's fine. As long as I don't die again.
Again? Oh no.
Live. Where is it? Oh, there's so many really thick boys. Fine, wait.
But no, yeah.
Come on, get the 3-turn thrash. Come on.
God, you got this.
3-turn thrash, yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, I think actually I was saying that. What was it last week in the weekly race? Someone ran through with the Snorlax Lickitung. That was great to see.
Shout out to Vandio.
Yeah, let's go Vandio.
Here's that. I know where I'm shopping next. Why are they all... Yeah, fine. Oh no! Cookie got too high leveled.
Cookie's not
Oh,
listening
no.
anymore.
She disobeyed me.
Oh no.
Bad Cookie, bad.
Cookie, no! Alright. Disobedient Cookie. No revives. Let's do this.
Oh, that's too good. Teach you to do trade strats.
Yeah! So this is why you don't do trade strats, people. It's...
Not unless you have the capability to run them.
It's fine, I'll find the rising patch.
There's another ghost on my screen. I hate it. Where is Shadow Ball when you need it?
In my moveset.
Nice.
So, yeah, the higher level Cookie gets, the more exponentially disobedient she's gonna be.
At one point, a long time ago, I used the calculation from Bulbapedia to figure out, like, the different things that a disobedient, or like, if you don't have the right obedience badge, or like what obedience badges you have. I should dig that out somewhere. I should still have it.
Ooh. Good question from the chat. I've got a question from Shadow Retro. It goes, what's the most horrifying randomized encounter you guys have seen? Now, that can be quite a loosely kind of term, but what's, like, if there's an event or, like, a sequence that you can think of that just absolutely just wrecked you or kind of, like, really nearly killed your run. Is there anything that you guys can think of for that, or anything that pops out in your mind of anything that happened?
I'm sorry. So, what? Most random what? Kind of.
So it
event?
says the most horrifying randomized encounter. So like, is there like one like sequence during a run that you've had in your head that like nearly destroyed a run, or anything that like comes into your head? Like maybe like one poke that you thought was going to be easy that completely almost like wiped your team like on a really important battle, or anything like that.
I want to say the one time it's like, yeah, I can beat Red at this, like, I was super confident I'd beat Red, but so one thing that in this mode we don't have the one-hit kill moves, so we don't have Guillotine, we don't have Fissure, but you can metronome into that. And I know it's happened to a few people, but the metronome Guillotine is unforgiving after you set up. And it was that with Ice Beam, and I was a Dragonite, and Dragonite does not like any of that. Vice, what about you?
Oh gosh. Well, I can think of one from that happened. It wasn't like a big deal, but it was a co-op that I did where I was the last to finish, and I can't remember who I was racing with. I think I was racing with Snowbear. I think I was doing a maximum with Snowbear, and hang on, I'm focusing on something real quick.
Yeah, no worries.
Don't need that. Don't need that. Red led and Alakazam, and I was like, oh no, Alakazam, that can be scary, and Snowbear's like, oh, or maybe it was Wing, I don't remember. Someone, whoever I was racing with, said, oh, don't worry, he doesn't have any good moves. And then he leads with Psychic. I'm like, what? And then after that, he had Thunderbolt. It's like, what are you talking about? He doesn't have any good moves, and it was a struggle to get through that.
I think that was with me, because I think I ran a T-Tar, and that's why I didn't use Psychic on me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we've got one. So we've already mentioned the Machamp with Belly Drum, and I think there was a Woongi in the chat, another runner that we have had Red leading with an Apom, which doesn't sound scary in itself, but then leads with Thrash. That can be a little devastating to your team.
Oh, for sure. I have nothing but regret with this check.
Nothing but regret. All regret.
Oh no! You sketch surf!
Oh boy. Oh yeah, Snowbear
okay.
does confirm. Yeah, that was said that was hilarious. Yes, it was me. I said that.
Okay. Hit itself in confusion, please.
Yeah, that was pretty funny, Snowbear. That you were like, I thought it was Snowbear, but I couldn't be sure, and I was also focusing on something in game, so I couldn't think super straight. That it's like oh, don't worry, he doesn't have any good moves. And then he uses Psychic and Thunderbolt on me. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I've done so many races with you that it's like
They
you can
kind
tell
of
me it's right. It's like
they bleed
we've
together.
probably done that.
They bleed together.
Oh, for sure. Okay. Oh, we're saving before this, actually.
got
How do
mad
you live
respect
with
for, this,
one
for
health?
Cookie right now.
Something lived at 1 health, and I'm upset.
I don't. Okay.
Let's go, Cookie.
Is that the next iteration of the Let's Go games?
Let's go, Cookie.
Yeah.
Speaking of. Oh, now he's hurting himself. Cookie, no. Sure. I have nothing for this mon. And it knows bubbles.
I get the feeling that you don't like seeing water moves. Based on what you're
Yeah.
based on the things you've been saying.
Water is not ideal.
So that mon that was just on screen for me there, I like that mon. It's not a very good. Oh yeah, I'll learn that. Oh, what's the accuracy of cross chop? Is it
80?
80? That's fine.
I believe it's
I
80,
I don't
yeah.
need it for very much.
Okay. Not risking anything.
Yeah, the mon that was on my screen a bit ago is I like it. It's one of my favorites, but it's not a very good. It's not very good to run. It's not very. It's very defensive, not very offensive.
Yeah, very offensively weak.
As soon as Cookie believes in my training, I'll be done. Oh! Whirlwind. You know what? Let's do this. Happy 2 hours. Oh my god.
And the happiest 2 hours to you both. Well, we've had the sounds coming through. How are you both feeling about where you're at?
I'm very concerned.
What's the PP of Whirlwind?
20? 25? Let me check.
Everyone gets experience.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I honestly have no idea if I'm the lead, if I'm behind. Like this run.
After that, you
Yeah.
better be in the lead.
Whirlwind has 20 PP, just so you know.
Okay, cool. I'll never deal with that again.
I'm very concerned with my with the stuff I have available.
Oh. Fair.
What did I?
We got people in the chat willing Cookie on, so let's go, Cookie.
Come on, Cookie. You can do it.
I want Cookie to make it so bad.
I was just double checking my HMs and badges because I feel like I forgot something or I mismarked something or.
Okay.
No.
If you do get stuck, I mean,
Well, okay. So something you said earlier. You said something sketched surf.
yeah.
I don't have surf.
That's the most recent one, so that's like actually expected.
Okay. I was like, if you've had surf for like an hour and I still don't have surf, that's why I'm concerned.
Yeah,
whoops.
no, I'll give that away. You're not too. That's not too bad. It's surf's dumb in a kind of a dumb spot, and I can't say anything more.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I didn't expect
so
you
you're
to tell
not
me
freaky.
anything. I'm just,
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
I'm
you-
just going through my checks.
That's all you can do.
Saying used a physical move on me, or a fighting move on me, and I'm like, I'll show you a fighting move. It was using Vital Throw, and it's another Pokemon that's very strong, so it wasn't actually hurting that much, despite being super effective. And then I set up and used Cross Chop on it.
Actually, just something. Yeah, Cookie, you're gonna get benched for now.
Uh-oh. Cookie's not good enough?
No, Cookie's just not listening to me. Until I find a badge, Cookie's on the bench. Okay, Cookie's back off the bench.
Nice.
Let's go, Cookie.
It hurt me, and it's like, alright. How about I just will this into existence?
Bad movement is bad.
Ah.
Yeah, just thinking about kind of like the logistics of a randomizer like this, just so you can kind of like give a bit more insight to the folks at home. Like, what's the kind of you would say kind of your average time that it takes to complete one of these? Like, what would you say is like a good time to look for?
All right, a good estimate for this specific category is probably 245 to 3 hours. Now, that's the thing with full item is it can vary immensely depending on what's required, on how much backtracking you have to do, and heck, even just main. So, I don't know. My PB is a 202, but you can have as long as like 3.5 hours, like 4 hours, and that's not uncommon. Hopefully that's a good baseline.
So I just got surf.
There you go. Congratulations. Welcome to the seas.
Just looking, that's a welcome thing on your. That's a welcome thing to see there, Vice.
Oh, yeah.
That not so much. Yeah, I think like a question as well, like kind of like, as we're going through, because I know we've like spoken about like how full items gone for you, how like experienced you are, but what really kind of got you into doing full item randomizers? We'll start with you, Vice.
Okay, so my intro to this was streamer T-Pat, Thomas Patrick is his name. I think his Twitch handle was it Thomas Patrick WX or something?
I believe so, yes.
I can't remember how I came across him. I think he was streaming with Kingdra, and then I found out that we went to the same university at the same time, and it's like, I don't think we had any classes together, but we had mutual friends. So it's like an interesting connection that that we knew some of the same people, and I discovered him completely through some other source. And he and Keys were doing key item randomizer, and I was like, oh, that looks really cool, and he set me up with all the tools to do that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's really funny. A lot of people go from bingos to doing item randomizers. I didn't start with bingos. I started straight into key item randomizer, which is like an unusual origin.
Fair. Do you think that helped, or helped with SpeedGaming?
I don't know. I don't know if I'd say it. Like, there's definitely some weaknesses. Like, I didn't know what good mains were at all. Like, that's one thing that people pick up from bingos. I know the mains are slightly different in bingos, but like, I had no idea what good Pokemon were or what good moves were, any of that. That was something I had to learn fresh. The first time I did Key Item Randomizer, Crystal Key Item Randomizer by myself for the first time. My intention was to record it in parts and was going to put it on YouTube, but it took me 7.5 hours because I just did not know Crystal well enough. I think one of the things that came down to was the blue card, Buena's item that she gives you in the radio tower, was something required, and I didn't know the blue card existed because I didn't grow up playing Crystal. I played Gold, and the blue card didn't exist in Gold.
I've never played Gold, so yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so I was relying on my knowledge of Gold, and I eventually had to like pull up. I didn't know about any trackers that had existed at that point. I didn't even know Emo Tracker existed then, so I was trying to do it just on my own, keeping my own notes, and then that wasn't working, so then I like looked up lists online, like on Bulbapedia, and found some things I didn't know, and yeah, so it was an interesting struggle.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And for you, Wing, what got you into doing these?
I'll be honest. So I watched a Kingdra on. I was really into his Cinco Bingo YouTube series that I don't know if he still does anymore, but so I watched Kingdra do that, and then I think I was watching Bakura. I'm like, maybe someone's on Twitch right now, so I saw Bakura for the first time because of Kingdra's videos inspiring me, and yeah, I was like, oh man, you probably have to do a lot of setup, like how does this work? And then he's like, alright, cool, we'll wait for you, get on right now. And so he waited on stream for me to get the stuff, get the gear, and off I went, and I did bingos for like a few months. And from there I just expanded. It's like, okay, what if we did this but more? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that was kind of similar to me, because I think as people who know me, like, because I kind of popped up like literally just as the bingo tournament was just about to start, and I've kind of just evolved from there. Like just gone into bingos, I mean, I've never done a key itemize. I've kind of just jumped straight from doing bingos into full items rather than into like key item then up. But yeah, no, these have always kind of like fascinated me. Kind of the same for you, like I've done this, but what more can we do?
And we spent so long asking if we can, not whether we should.
Exactly.
So I didn't think I could hate Slugma more than I already hated Slugma.
Oh yeah.
Oh?
It's gray!
Oh. I see. Alright, I'm gonna go, Huh. So that's where you're at.
Yeah, I mean, I have Surf now. What else would I be doing?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
I mean, I do have a lot of other checks I could do, but I thought you'd probably already done this.
I mean, who's to say I haven't?
That's true, we could just be mind gaming each other. You'll get there and it's not a Slugma, and you're like, what?
Yeah, you're actually digging for information. It's like, he didn't say it wasn't Slugma, so he mustn't have done this.
Oh yeah, I was talking about that full on shiny I just got.
Yeah,
what do you think I was talking about?
You know what? Nothing at all. I wonder what that Pokemon is. Oh my god, a full-on shiny!
You know, I've only ever gotten one full-on shiny in my life. And it was in a ROM hack of Crystal. Like it was called Crystal Clear, and I got a Ghastly. It's very purple. All the other shinies I've gotten have been like either statics, like the Gyarados, or in like the Let's Go games where you can just chain.
Oh yeah. I've had a few full art shiny, but my favorite was when I was a kid playing Crystal when shinies were introduced in Gen 2. I had a shiny Raticate, but because the shiny doesn't look that much different, I'm like, I don't know what this is. Was that a glitch? So I beat it up and killed it.
And then years later, you're like, oh no!
So my first shiny would have been a Raticate, even before Red Gyarados.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I've had a few shinies. Not like crazy amount, but like I remember, I think my first ever one was a Pidgey in Crystal. And then I was doing like just my casual first playthrough or like a second playthrough of Emerald, and in the same run I found a shiny Aron and Zubat, and I was just like popping off because I was like like 16 doing those. I was like, wow. But my most recent is I was doing bingo with a few others, and it was an awful bingo because for some reason somehow we were all running Delibirds.
Why? Why would you do that to yourself?
There literally was nothing else, and the Delibird knew Earthquake, and there was an Ice Punch GM, and we all suffered. We all suffered immeasurably. But during that, just before I quit that ROM, I found a full-on shiny Wobbuffet. And I was like, you know what, that's my time to get out of here.
I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been T-Pat that did this. T-Pat once ran it was the static shiny, but he ran a shiny Aerodactyl that had sword stance.
I remember that. Oh, it was so good.
And he won.
Sometimes to go through, I think there was a discussion going on in the general chat of the Discord, like saying, "Oh yeah, would you ever consider running to the shiny?" I think if you get something like maybe like, depending on where you're at, like you get like I think it was discussed, like the example was like if you get like a Thunderbolt Zapdos with you get like a Drill Peck, like that's runnable, that's hella runnable. Like you get the shiny animation, but like if that's gonna get you through, take it, go for it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I've always been kind of curious if there's like a Pokemon with a really short cry that's shiny versus a Pokemon with a really long cry that's not shiny. I wonder how long the animations compare.
I mean, if you've got like a shiny Snorlax versus I don't know,
non-shinies
Typhlosion. I mean, you're not really going to run Jinx.
Yeah,
but like let's say like
Typhlosion
Electabuzz or Typhlosion.
Or Mewtwo is pretty long.
Yeah, it's probably like the mid to like late cries, but yeah, I think they'd be like pretty similar actually at that point. I would say you probably don't even lose that much. We have a complete meme and chat. If it was a shiny Jinx, would you run it?
I mean,
just run shiny Jinx forehead. Never in a million years.
I would run it as like a backup plan in the specific scenario that is the level 60, and I only need to face red.
No, to be honest, I might run that as a meme. Because we always joke about how oh, I've lost the run, I ran into a jinx, but it's like running a shiny jinx is like the ultimate you're losing the race.
It's when you lose to a shiny jinx you retire.
Right, and then you beat everyone else, and then like I beat you all with a shiny jinx, because that would be the ultimate bragging rights.
But actually, yeah, Diminish just point out, because I think as well, like, because with the shiny as well, you get guaranteed like 10 special in like 10 special and
it's like 10
speed.
And 10 and it's like 10 and 3 stats or something like that. I've looked at these things before and I don't remember.
I think it's like HP, speed, and special. I think it is for that particular shiny.
Oh, okay.
I might be wrong. Someone can correct me in the chat. Oh, Snowbear's informed me one of our runners. Yeah, Nate ran a shiny Lugia before.
Oh yeah, that was a good meme. I believe the Lugia was full odds is why. I don't think he won that race, but he had fun.
I remember. I think the first 2 times I ran with like the first time I did a couple of these with Prism. The first run he got a full odds shiny deer, and the next run he got a like shiny blossom.
Wow.
Like just encounters in the wild, like run back to back. Like that was crazy to see. Like we clipped both of those. I think they're somewhere around
In the ether.
Oh, Snowbear's confused. Yeah, it's 10 in defense, special, and speed. Ah, thank you, Snowbear. Alright, as we are slowly approaching that kind of magical 2:30 mark, I kind of get like another kind of vague update from you both. How are you both feeling kind of where you are at now? We'll start with you, Wing. Again, keep it as vague as possible, I know, especially as we're getting later on.
Yeah, I know. I want to say I might regret something in that I didn't do soon. However, I'm pretty confident with Cookie here.
Fair enough, and over to you, Vice.
I'm feeling pretty good. Now that I have Surf was the thing that I was like, I really don't like that I don't have Surf. There's so much stuff locked behind Surf, but now the world has opened up for me quite a bit, and I actually feel like I have stuff to do that's not spread across the map, and I'm still pretty happy with my main. So I think I'm doing all right.
Yeah, the Taurus has really treated you well. It's actually been really helpful.
Nice. I know I did see a rock slide team at some point, so like...
Yeah, I do have that, but I taught... No, did I teach... Oh, what am I doing? I don't need that. I can't remember if I taught over rock throw or not. I don't think I did, so I may have to do that.
Oh no! It wasn't important. I forgot to make room for the lance item, whatever that was.
I think it was a potion.
Dang it!
It was nothing.
I could have really used that potion.
That 20 HP.
That 20 health is gonna make a difference. I'm gonna die. I 20 HP.
Yeah, if you ever get hit by something and you hit 19 HP, you're gonna be upset.
And one of the things we can talk about is kind of like alternative strategies. So I think we can kind of say like say exactly kind of how the start of this one went, but an alternate like start we could have is, let's say, I think I mentioned it earlier, like for example, if you were to get the early squirt bottle, do you go for the reverse South Johto, or do you just kind of carry on as normal? What are your kind of feelings on that?
How happy are you with your main is the first question you ask. If, let's say you're running a Porygon with Tri-Attack and Thunderbolt, if you think you kind of want to run with that, you wake up the Sudowoodo, but after that you just run Vanilla. But if you want to main switch, there's the Bill Pokemon that's a level 20. There's the... you basically just have more options going to Goldenrod, and you got more efficient checks. So it really depends on the player. Like, do they want to main switch? And do they want to, or do they really like the Pokemon they have?
Yep, I'll swing that then your way, Vice. Do you agree with that, or do you have a alternate answer to that?
Kind of the same. It also depends. In this particular category, I'm probably less likely to do the reverse, because one of the big things in previous versions of this was you didn't start with Bike. So finding Bike was a very big like breakpoint where you have a lot faster movement, and there's a lot more, like Wing said, there's a lot more efficient checks in and around Goldenrod where the Bike could be. And so if you can find the Bike going backwards quicker than the people going forwards, you have an advantage. But that could also bite you. Whereas if the Bike was on Route 32 and you go backwards, you're getting it last.
For some context, the Bike was always somewhere south of Sudowoodo. So, could be Goldenrod, could be bug catching, but it could be like, it could have been the first item in the game.
Yeah, I actually think I had that in the last run I played. I did a little solo play a few days ago, and I had that. I was like, oh. Especially like with these settings where it could just be anywhere.
Sure enough.
But yeah, I'm always a lot of the fact like, yeah, I try not to like mess about my movement. I usually have a particular just sequence that I like to go in, and I usually try not to divert from that as much as possible because it just kind of throws me off my pace otherwise.
Yeah, with this game, there's no real wrong answer. Like, from experience, there's certain things I like to do that other people will tell me, no, that's dumb. But, and vice versa, where they have strategies like skipping Morty, which you don't normally want to skip Morty, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is the thing. I've been burned so many times, like doing any skips, that I've just I just don't do any skips now. Because one of the big ones is because there's always that one which was known as, I think, is now kind of colloquially known as the ERC skip, which is how far do you go through the mahogany rocket sequence? Do you just get the items and bail out,
Or do you go all the way through and fight Price and get the Slug Bomb TM and all that stuff?
the amount of times I've been hit by that, I'm just like, nope. If I'm doing something, I'm going the whole way.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I was saying earlier. Is like I really like to full clear a location if I can.
Yeah, if you can prevent a double dip, then yeah, it's always better to do so.
Oh, Wing, I just realized I messed up.
You messed up. Oh no.
It's not a big deal.
How'd you mess up? Actually, don't tell me.
Yeah, I'll tell you afterwards if it, especially if it matters, then you'll know.
Yeah.
For sure.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I've made some notes on some things we will talk about after the race is done.
Oops.
Okay. Probably go 2 more steps and be fine there, but... Oh yeah. Gotta do that.
Good to see Celebi still going in your pie there as your pretty faithful H employee there.
Yep. They are good for that. So fun fact, Vice, this is like 2-hour-old news, but when you're talking about Sketch and how that's a great TM or whatever we're talking about.
Did you learn Sketch on Level Up or something?
No, the Celebi came with Sketch.
Nice.
Back when I'm like, I'll run this. I've got Headbutt, I've got Sketch. What could go wrong?
Okay, you know what? I wondered, was the thing that you threw 10 balls at, was that a headbutt encounter?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that Headbutt encounter is objectively the better play, what I should have done. I did not do Headbutt.
I tried one, didn't like it, and left, because there's only like, what, 2 or 3? And they're varying degrees of commonality. I'm like, you know what? No, I don't actually care about doing headbutt strats. I've been baited by doing headbutt before. I'm not gonna fall into that and sit here doing headbutt for 20 minutes.
I mean, I spent like however long trying to find a Nidoqueen. Try to cast the Thunderbolt Nidoqueen. It's like, please get in the ball. I just want something better than Sudowoodo. And then it finally went into the Moonball, which I found a little ironic.
Yeah, especially because Moonballs don't actually work on them. They don't work correctly.
Yeah, they do not.
for those that don't know, the Moon Ball was introduced in this gen. It was supposed to work better on Pokemon that evolve with Moon Ball. Is it only Pokemon that evolve with Moon Balls or evolve with Moonstones?
Moonstones.
Or is it like also work on the families of those Pokemon? I'm not exactly sure what the mechanics were supposed to be. But yeah, so something like Nidorina, Clefairy, those are supposed to be caught easier in a Moon Ball. However, there's a programming error that means that the Pokemon actually, the Moon Ball actually works better on Pokemon that evolve via Burn Heal.
Which, as you may know, that's no one.
Okay. I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything. Okay.
So just seeing some other questions that's coming through in chat. So we're saying, so what's the end goal? The end goal is to beat Red. What we need to beat Red is as mentioned already previously in some responses, because I think we got a little bit of delay. So yeah, you need all 16 badges and the 3 Pokegear items. You have... Does the E4 card let you up with any 8 badges, or do you need all 8 Johto badges to pass? Yep. Answer for that is, as I think Smitty's already answered, yeah, you would need any 8 badges, and then it will let you through. Bit of a kind of a false badge check. Not as bad as is it like in Gen 4, where it's like literally you could just go up to them with like no badge, and they say, "Haha, all 8 badges, go through." I think is it Gen 4 that does that, or is it Gen 3? Yeah.
Oh, really? Where they don't actually check the badges, they just assume that you couldn't have gotten there without.
Yeah,
the
because that's the whole thing with like the NE%. Like you pick up like the tentacles, whatever, warp your way to to the Elite Four, and they're like, "Wow, you have all 8 badges." Like, so I have like 2 or 3.
Yeah, not 100% sure. It's been a while since I played any of the other gens. Oh look, there's the Gloom Sword Stance.
Snowbear mentions that, yeah, Gen 3 only checks for the feather badge because that's the only optional badge. Huh, okay. Good to know.
Neat.
Especially that's also good for me to know as well, like, because one of the things that I'm kind of getting myself into is, like, I don't know if you guys have tried them, the map randomizers. I know we've done, obviously, the crystal ones in development at the moment, but have you guys tried any like the emerald or the platinum ones at all?
I have not. It's on my bucket list. I do want to try that.
Nah, they're a ton of fun. I love those. Yeah, I'm hoping because I know there's still a lot of development still going on. We've done a few. But yeah, I'm still waiting for the next batch of crystal map randos to come through. Because I know I did a few of those on the stream, but they're so much fun.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh no.
I'm concerned about what's unfortunate.
Nothing, buddy.
Okay.
Nothing. Everything's fine. Now, if I'm doing this logic correctly.
How's Cookie holding up there for you, Wing?
Cookie's great. She's a doll. I'm just trying to think a little bit due to the constraints of me breaking logic a little bit.
What did you do? Breaking the
Nothing.
game.
I'm not breaking the
breaker.
game. But I forget if this is part of the thing that can be part of the pool, so I'm just doing it. But I can't really go on too much more than that, but yeah, I'm... We'll see what happens with this.
Yeah, thinking about it in a moment, I think I know Cookie is treating you rather well. But
Yeah.
how confident are you in each of your mains to get through red, would you say?
I'm gonna give Cookie a 70% chance to, as it is right now, to get through red.
I'd say I'm feeling pretty alright with Tauros. I haven't checked my TMs in a while, so I might even be better if I check TMs.
Maybe.
I'd say roughly, have you got many candies between you? I know there's been a few picked up here and there. You've got
I've got
a few
I've
between?
got a handful. I don't actually know how many I have. I've not checked it in a while.
Yeah, it's... it's been a hot minute since I've checked. You know what? Curiosity.
Yeah.
I've got 4.
I've got 5.
Ooh.
What did you do that has a candy?
Heck if I know. No. Okay.
Eh?
No, don't worry about
Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah.
it. Let's do this.
I'll do these checks. 1, 2, 3. Don't care about that.
Oops. I don't know if I did that.
Can't be that. Can't be that. One. All right.
So how are you both starting to feel as we creep ever closer to that magical happy 3-hour mark?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I've got a very strong hunch on where I need to go, and that's only because of what is left for me.
Okay. For you guys?
I'm feeling pretty good. I try not to do the metagamey things of, oh, what would Wing do? I mean, it ends up happening. I just try to do the best thing for me at the time. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing all right.
You know me enough that it's like you kind of know what I'm gonna do without me saying it. Me saying anything is like, all right, you've confirmed all of my suspicions.
Right.
Technically, it could be that. Are you what I'm looking for? No.
This has been a rather this has been a good race to watch. But yeah, how do you guys kind of rate how you've gone so far? Are you happy with performances so far? Do you feel like you've kind of? I know it's obviously a little bit different in the scenario we're in, but are you happy with how it's gone so far? Or
genuinely, I don't have too much concern with the mistakes happen. You just kind of shrug them off.
Cookie has sought you through.
Cookie disobeyed me, and then we made amends. Here we are.
Yeah. What about you, Vice?
Yeah, about the same. I definitely have made some mistakes. Nothing huge though. Like there's one that I still haven't resolved. I left a check behind that I realized too late. So we'll find out if it was required later.
Fair enough. That's not very often that happens, but also it is. Alright. You know what game do I have? Nothing crazy.
That was a good list of TMs there, like just from the wrong mod.
I should look at my TMs. I haven't looked at them in a while.
Now, have I learned my lesson? Yes. Yes, I have.
Oh. Yeah, I see what's happening.
I'm seeing
I'll take
a
one
lot of... Oh, I guess I can do that. I'm seeing a lot of special TMs, and I am sad that I'm running a physical mon.
Do you? Because I want to see those. My menuing could do some work.
No, I think you've both run a good race so far. Like, I think that there's been a few like hiccups. I think kind of when I've got you guys talking, but other than that, it's been really solid race from you both. Like, yeah, like claps to you both here.
Thank you. Oh, I messed that up. Dang it. I tried to showcase that, but...
Yeah, it was close.
Ow. I risked like 3 tiles of grass and got punished for it.
No, not the grass.
My worst enemy.
Okay.
Alright. Darn pocket sand. Dunsparce, my buddy. My buddy is scary.
Yeah. We believe in the cookie.
Let's go, Cookie.
You're not on red, are you?
How you doing, buddy?
You're on red. Okay.
I was on red.
Oh.
Anyways, with that, GG, buddy.
GG. I haven't beaten Wing in a race in a very long time.
Ooh, just barely on the sub 3 there, yeah.
Darn. So what was Cookie?
The Ninetales. Okay, so one of the
Oh,
roamers.
yes, here we go.
So one of the roamers happened to be a Bellsprout.
All right. Yep. Okay. And you got the
so-
roamer, and you traded it.
And exactly. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what this Vulpix is, but it came with Crunch and Blizzard, and I taught it Hydro Pump, and I gave it a Firestone, and I'm like, okay, as soon as I get... This was pre-Fog Badge, so it's like, as soon as I get a badge so I can use this, it gave me... I got the Fog Badge eventually, it's like, okay, now we can run the Cookie.
I saw Thunderbolt and Psychic TMs.
What? That would be great!
Right?
But yeah, we got GG's are pouring in the chat there for you, Wink. Yeah, congrats there.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, the thing is, yeah, that Dunsparce was a little scary there. that high roll there.
That high roll Psywave!
Oh yeah, Psywave. Oops.
It's like... It doesn't care about any of your setup or defenses. It just hits you.
Yeah, Psywave is it just has a mind of its own there. But yeah, more importantly, Cookie wins.
That's... I hate it, but that's how the cookie crumbles.
Hey.
So this is an example of one of the races that we're going to be doing for the upcoming tournament in a week, if we want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll let you take the lead with that.
When does the tournament start, by the way?
The tournament, the deadline for entries is 1 week of today. This is why we have this style of weekly, because this is the style of race we'll be doing, the Extreme Full Item Rando. After the signups are completed, I believe we have another week of kind of setting it up, getting people figured out if there's any issues, just give that little buffer, but races can start probably in a week and a half, 2 weeks from now is the ideal scenario. And right now we're a tournament of 48 players. Anyone who signed up after that are kind of substitutes if someone can't make it for other reasons. But if we can get to 64, we can have a 64-person tournament, and we're actually getting really close on that goal. So don't be afraid to sign up. The sign-up's in the Cinco Bingo Discord, and we'd love to have you. The tournament itself is gonna be more of a round-robin style tournament, followed by a bracket tournament. Single elimination as to make things progress smoothly. There might be best of 3 near the end when we get to top 8, but that's to be decided. There's a few, but as of right now, that's what we know and where we're at. yeah, we currently have 54 people signed up. So 10 more people, and we go to a 64-person tournament.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you are interested in this, then yeah, please, by all means. Like, if you do we have a thing? Do we have a link for the? Do we have invite links on Discord itself? Do I need to Google it? I think we have a invite link for Fable, don't we? But yeah, I might be able to drop that in the chat. Yes, let me grab that. So yeah, if you are interested, please, by all means, I'm gonna post this now. Yeah, join that Discord. Anything to like get you started, along with like resources, guides, and everything, are all in there. If you look on the announcements, that is where you'll find the sign-ups. Please read all of the documents because you will need to have those to be able to actually sign up. But yeah, if you want to do races or learning, then get a race going, put something out there. Anyone in here is always happy to help people out, like get started or run races with, like great to have you in, and yeah, seeing you there. But yeah, I'm excited for the tournament.
Oh, and me too.
Yeah, I think I was the second person signed up. Only one who beat me was Snowbear, but he made the.
I was gonna say you guys are like the race organizers, so
yeah, he made the challenge, the bracket. Also, just because I said I would.
I was going to make a point of that, yes.
darn, I was really hoping it was here. Oops. Oh gosh. Did my mistake come back to bite me? Guess we'll find out. So, Wing, the mistake I made that I've referred to a few times. When I climbed Tin Tower, I forgot to fight the Ho-Oh, because I forgot that was a thing you could do.
Oh.
Because I'm used to not fighting the Ho-Oh if you go there without beating the D4. So I didn't fight the Ho-Oh, which means I couldn't go to Ho-Oh Chamber.
What was in there?
I'll find out soon.
I remember what is in there if you're happy for me to say.
No,
but if not,
I'll do it.
No? Okay.
Yeah. I'm already climbing the tower.
I'll put it in your chat link.
Okay, sounds good. Ah, yes. You know what? I'll check that out right now.
Yeah, seeing as let's say with you finish away, I'll ask some questions to you. How scary was it when you had Cookie start to disobey?
See, it wasn't just that. It's the fact that I did the thing without any revives, apparently. Because
yeah,
I messed up my shopping. That's what happened, and it's like, okay, this is fine, and then it's like, anyways, so you told me to do that. So I used Blizzard. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, no, I was super terrified when that happened. Because I'm like, huh, Fog Badge does only go to
I
50.
did way too early. I had another optional.
Oh, you hit the maniac, yeah.
Yup. I avoided him every other time, just not that time. Oh, I thought he only had a vision of 1! Oh my gosh, I'm ruining it. I thought he was like the other spinner dude in the other part of the Union where he only had a vision of 1.
Fair enough.
Tell how often I go to Ho-Oh Chamber.
Ah, yes.
2 slow bros.
Ooh.
I would have ran that. But I mean, you don't buy away from Cookie.
You don't pass up on Cookie. Yeah, well, those TMs you had though, that was
So here's my dark stress.
Actually, speaking of dark strats, there's actually something which we didn't really talk about when it comes to like the logic settings on this, because we have certain logic settings in here. But do you want to talk a little bit about the kind of the dark cave logic and like how that comes into play a little bit?
Sure. So when you have the game will never make you do something that you don't have the TMs or the HMs for properly. However, there's one things you could do to break logic includes doing the dark caves, and that's Whirl Island's dark cave and rock tunnel without flash. And it's like the only thing stopping you is literally the darkness. So if you can navigate the cave in the dark, then you're fine. Another thing you could do is you can break logic by getting Rock Smash early. You get Rock Smash from waking up Sudowoodo, talk to the guy, go to the mart, but sometimes a Pokemon could just have Rock Smash.
Or you could also find TM08 early, potentially.
Yeah, there is a TM08 somewhere on the map. There is a single TM08. And if you get that, then you're kind of just laughing. And you can do all of Dark Cave, or the left side of Dark Cave, without waking up Sudowoodo, without Flash. You don't need Zephyr Badge for that. And essentially what you'll know is that if you find anything in there, that stuff is breaking logic. So if you find, let's say you find a Fog Badge or Surf, anything that is Surf locked will not be Zephyr Badge or Flash. And you can kind of... It's like going to step 3 before step 2, and you can kind of figure out, okay, what was step 2? Hopefully that explains a few things.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, yeah, because we also talk about kind of like some of the other kind of logic progression, like for example with Misty and Sabrina. You want to touch upon any other kind of the logic breaks that can happen? Because the whole thing is like, Fly can't be on Misty, and I think Sabrina only comes into logic after 7 badges. Are there any others that kind of come into play?
Trying to think. Breaking logic. So you're not supposed to go into the basement until you have 7 badges, and it expects you to have card key, so you don't have to do vanilla basement. If you go into the basement, if you get a basement key early before 7 badges, before the rockets invade the tower, you can do early basement. That's probably a big skip that's pretty well known. So if you go when there's 6 badges or less, you do have to face your rival 4, but
Oh, whoops, that's an extra miss. I'm a dumb!
But, yeah, then you can do all those checks. If you find a badge in there, you can even talk to the director, which saves you a lot of time. Actually, an example of this that is actually kind of relevant. Snowbird brought it up in the chat that I could probably bring up.
Yeah, I was going to say
The fly logic. I'm going to reveal my last badge was the Storm badge.
Oh, really?
And
And you still beat me!
yeah, it's a flightless ROM.
Oh
Wait,
my
what are you
gosh.
talking about?
I've had fly for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, fly was my
Oh
Storm
my
badge was my last badge, and
you're
because
still
of
beating
that,
me by this much. I'm upset.
I mean, it's the cookie difference. So essentially, the checks I had left,
Well, don't.
a lot of
Well, yeah, don't say what they are because I'm still going through stuff.
well, what I can do is I will say that anything that was behind Surf, because I know Surf was in Viridian City, which
Oh
was in
yeah,
West Kanto.
you could suss out a lot of information by that.
It's like, okay, so
Yeah,
that's why I didn't do Soft Sand Girls until after the race was done, because Soft Sand Girls, Route 34, Whirl Island, all these places that require Surf will never have Fly.
I didn't think about
because-
that.
Because Storm Badge, because
Well,
Surf
I-
was in West Kanto.
yeah, I guess it wouldn't have helped me because I found I found Storm Badge before I found Surf.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why it's not really too much of a reveal to you, but that allowed me to narrow down that it's can't be anything locked behind Surf or Surf checks and checks I got from Surf.
Jesus, that's a lot of information. That's why you got done so fast.
Because I didn't do a whole bunch of Surf checks because I didn't have to.
Right.
And
Which means probably, yeah, you wouldn't have probably even done rockets, would you?
Rockets?
Radio tower?
I did that as a precaution because I forgot about Fly Logic. Like, I forgot which. I believe False Director
Well-
could have it.
Wasn't, oh yeah, I guess False Director could have been, but wasn't Card Key surf locked?
No, Card Key was cut locked.
Oh, that's right, it was in Lake of Rage. I
was
forgot
Lake
where
of
it
Rage.
was.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, I forget, and it's like, it's one extra fight, whatever, I'll just do the tower. So I did the tower and I did False Director, just as the chance it had it.
Yeah, meanwhile over here I've already done Claire and Dragon's Den and like every other surf check in the game, not realizing that it wouldn't be required. Yeah, just for reference, my missing badge is Marsh badge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that sounds right.
Oh. If you don't get the item, he doesn't fight you.
This is true. That is a thing you can do. You can say
Okay.
before.
Well, I know, based on what you just told me, I know it can't be Misty because, well, no, I don't know that.
It could,
No,
It could
I don't know
be-
that. No, it's because Stormbad. Gosh, you're confusing me with your your head games.
my head games.
It's not even your head games. It's my own head games.
You got this, buddy.
The problem is you did say you didn't check Soft Sand Girls till after, so I know it's not that. Although it could be the island before. I really hope it's not E4. I don't want to fight E4. I've really got to use the bathroom. Yeah, I think if it's not Misty here, I'm gonna have to go and use the bathroom because I'm bursting.
We are 3 hours some into it, so.
I didn't expect it to take this long, to be honest.
No, that's fair.
Actually, even if it is Misty, I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Fair enough.
But
It's not.
Let's say-
Misty.
yeah.
Oh, fine.
But yeah, Wing,
I'll
like,
be right
when you started, like, because that's the whole thing. Because we made sure that because I think the logic was that we wanted to make sure Fly was at least somewhat condensed to be able to be reachable in a
we wanna
reasonable
make
amount of
sure
time.
That Fly is not our last check, right? That's the goal. Anyways. No, that
Oh.
the number of times I have played not 100% Siege, those two, but Siege where it's like, oh look, Storm Badge, that's my last badge. I'm glad I did it because it was the Rainbow Badge, but I'm like, oh, is it gonna be Bugsy again? Because that feels really bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like my tracker had like Bugsy, like super far off checks. I'm like, okay, it's gonna feel real bad if Bugsy was required for something.
Yeah, because you both got Fly like relatively early on. Like you kind of both got it around the same point. But then, yeah, just like just balling around, like, yeah, because there's always that thing. If it's Bugsy, that's going to be really annoying.
Man, that Route 20, Route 29, getting all those encounters. Route 30, not able to catch a Pokemon apparently. Like, I had to go sell my Ultra Balls to buy more Pokeballs. Like Violet City at 20 minutes, that was brutal for me. But
Yeah, like I say, just having the Celebi was, yeah. So he actually found the Tauros and the Dragonite were actually both in Dark Cave.
oh, I didn't get any encounters in there, I don't think. Maybe a Charizard. No, Charizard was later.
Yeah,
I
he's
tried.
like got them like literally back to back. I was like, oh, okay, there's choice here. Like,
Yeah, I tried. Yeah. It was a good race.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Alright.
Well, I'm down to E4, Route 4, and Soft Sand. And like that's items before Soft Sand. But based on what Wing has said, I don't think it's Soft Sand. So let's go elsewhere.
yeah, I think it might be good actually. Like, yeah, going back to kind of like the Fly logics and stuff. What do we have that we have our Fly logic locked under? I think that might be a good thing to kind of make people aware of.
Sure thing. So Fly Logic will never be beyond Mahogany. Neither part of Fly will be beyond Mahogany, so that's locking out Route 44, 45, Dragon's Den, Dark Cave on the Blackthorn side. It won't. If you get the pass, then it can be in Johto, but it won't be in West Johto. And that's how I got the logic.
Kanto.
That's what I meant, West Kanto. So it won't be behind Blue, Blaine, Brock, Route 4, any of that. It won't be past. It won't be Victory Road or E4 locked. Now, if the only way to get to Kanto is SS ticket, then that changes a few things, and it'll only be in Johto. If your only access is the boat.
Yeah, if you have the boat and no squirt bottle, like if you find a squirt bottle in Kanto, that just guarantees it's in South Johto somewhere.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, both parts. Yeah, as mentioned, yeah, it can't be on Misty itself, but it could still be on the Nuggy Hedge Maze.
Yeah.
And I think there's a few there's just a couple additions we made to like what would be the normal. So I think what do we add onto this
the
one?
only thing it won't be, which was kind of rude of a check, was so Tojo Falls. There's the 2 surf lock checks over there. Before there was the whirlpool check. It could have been, and it could have been the one just south of the gate. So what route is that? On your raid.
27, 28.
27, 28.
No, 28's the one.
Sorry,
towards-
26.
Yeah, 26, 27.
Regardless,
28
it
is the
won't
silver
be-
route, yeah.
It won't be waterfall locked. So it's before the waterfall on Tojo. We got rid of those 2 far off checks near Victory Road. So not whirlpool locked, not waterfall locked. Over there at least. I think it still can be in Mortar
don't-
Waterfall.
I don't want to fight E4.
Oh no! I'm sorry, buddy. But remember when Cookie started disobeying me and I feared for my life?
Oh, is that what you're doing?
This is my
I even
single.
I even got the fly point and thought maybe I do this early because no one does this early, and then Wing did this early and it ruined me.
Alright. So now, like, he's going through it, because we've got to clarify. What got you to do E4 that early, Wing?
So I have a single track mind. I'm kind of dumb. So I'm like thinking, okay, so my win condition, I talked about this earlier, is get a bunch of levels. Where do you get a bunch of levels? I'm just gonna go to E4. And yeah. So I'm like, I'm gonna get a bunch of levels, it's gonna be great, Cookie's gonna be the best, it's gonna be like level 50 some by the end of this. And then the realization hit in when it's like, Cookie didn't use that move, it used Blizzard instead. Oh god, using Blizzard instead scared me.
Because you got 51 literally on the last Pokemon of Will. Like, you had to go through the rest of that.
That's too funny.
And
It still won you the race though.
it won me the race, but Will had a Pokemon. Which one was it? I think it was the Mew.
Yeah.
That I don't even know what move it was, but it crit me and killed me. And then I'm like, okay, it's fine. I bought revives. As I bought hyper potions, I bought full heals. I didn't buy revives. I had 1 revive. I'm like, oh no, I've messed up.
Done
So
messed
disobeying Cookie,
Done
having
messed
to
up
nurse
later
that all the way.
It's like, I will give you hyper potions because it'll go to sleep. It got confused on me. It just did all this stuff. It's like, oh no, look at all these bulky boys. It was rough.
Oh no, my boy.
Yeah, I know. I saw that too. It's sad.
I've had to fight a few EVs and evolutions through this run. It's inevitable.
Yeah, there's a few of them, yeah. Because I was really shocked when you started to go through E4 that early.
Yeah, my idea was get the levels, out-level everything else, and let Cookie carry the game. And then I realized my mistakes. I don't know why I thought that Glacier Badge, for a moment, was going to help me there. And then I realized, no, it's
Nope.
Storm Badge. Storm Badge or Rising Badge.
Storm and Rising are the 2 you're looking for.
Yep, exactly. And I know that. I just got a cruel reminder of it.
Yeah, because I think the Johto bat, you only had like up to like, you had like the plane and yeah, Glacier, and I was like, ooh, this is going to be rough.
I mean, I had Fog Badge, so as soon as it's 50 hit, as soon as 51, it's like... So anyways, he said that, and I took offense to that, so I'm gonna not do that. And that's why my decision after doing this was essentially, alright, we're doing every check that doesn't require a fight.
So you can find the Rising Badge.
Yeah, which... That's why I'm like, okay, Cookie, you're benched. And then I go downstairs in the in Union Basement. It's like, All right, you're off the bench. We've made a man.
Cookie's back on the cards.
I have a Hail Mary play, but I mean,
It worked out. I'm upset that it worked out, but it worked out.
so
2
I did
checks.
skip. To be fair, I mean, I wasn't missing two. Let's see. I did do. Route 12 was on my list of things to do for Storm Badge, but only the first item, not the
Yeah,
second item.
only the rod.
And like, I would have done other checks, but let's see. I left Azalea off super late, so Rainbow Badge was like my third last badge.
Yeah, I got that early because I did all of Azalea.
I was holding off on doing Cyanwood because of that logic I knew that it couldn't be Storm Badge, and I was on the hunt for Storm Badge. Everything else came to me as like, I'm looking for Storm Badge. It's like, so how will we give you everything else? Essentially, my plan was as soon as I got everything else, it's like, all right, so I guess I do the radio tower just in case it's that, because we got access to that early. That's one check. Take the train, do the lost item, go down, do the gym, do Route 12 and the boat, and then that's the only things left in logic besides Route 25. Everything else is like, I didn't do Route 4, I didn't do Rock, Blue Plane, I didn't do most of the water checks.
That's upsetting.
Or I guess most of the...
And-
I didn't do any of the Kanta water checks.
Yeah, the
and
sad thing
anything
is
cool.
I could have done the same thing if I had gone through the cave earlier. Like, I had access to the Snorlax pretty early, but I was like, well, I don't need to do that. Like, I don't have Fly yet. I skipped it because I was still looking for Fly. And if I hadn't skipped it, if I had gone through the cave, done at least a few things, I would have found Surf, and then realized, oh, okay. Although, who knows if I would have actually realized it or not. If I would have made the same realization you did.
I mean, I got a really early Snorlax.
I mean, I had access to the Snorlax for a while before I actually went and did it.
I had a little bit of time.
I was going to say, was there any inclination to run the magma or?
No, I had Cookie at that time.
Had you done E4 by that point?
It's the other one! Oh my gosh.
100% seed.
Well, I haven't done... Should I go do Soft Sand just to make it 100% seed? I'm gonna do Soft Sand.
No, don't.
Don't? Okay, fine. We're already taking up enough of SpeedGaming's time.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, we got the and it's not worth it for a nugget.
Well, I know it wasn't gonna be it. It was just to say that I did 100%.
True.
I mean, I
Any
did
other
100% minus one check.
You can 99% it.
Give me Marsh Badge. Marsh Badge. I don't want to go up your stupid stairs. I already did that twice.
No, he's saying now go to red.
Yeah.
Oh no, I need to go here first. I almost started going to Mount Silver without talking to Oak.
Oh yeah, get that fly of shame.
But that's kind of is everything we wanted to talk about to showcase. Showed how the game goes.
Yeah, just while we're in these like closing moments, do you guys have any kind of closing thoughts or anything you want to say to anybody that might be interested in it, like what your experiences are of like Discord or anything like that?
Oh, one thing I want to acknowledge is I think I'm going to run out of repels before I get to Red's room.
Uh-oh, that's not good. If you're ever unsure about playing any of these, then but you want to do it, just take the plunge. It's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of good friends. It's a good community, and everyone here is more than happy to have you join us.
Yeah, I echo that wholeheartedly. Like, again, I came into this community less than a year ago, and like again, back when the bingo tournament was just starting up. But all the races and like I've met like a load of like cool people, and they've all helped me and like helped me grow as a runner, and like it's a really great place. And like yeah, we are doing races near enough. Like every night you'll see someone on there. Like there's always like stuff going on. So yeah, if you're ever unsure, like yeah, come join us. Like we're happy to have you in, and yeah, like say if you want to get in on the tournament, join the Discord. And get that like apply in. Again, still a few spaces left if we want to try and grow this up to a 64-person tournament. But what we got? Would you say we got like a week left of the sign-ups left?
Yeah, 1 week today.
Have you say 1 week from today? Get your applications in if you want to have a go. Get some racing in, and yeah, we'll happy to see it. We've got people of all different experience levels like coming in. So yeah, give it a go. Like nothing to lose. But with that, good luck on Red here, Vice.
Thanks. No, my friend Zach is asking me in chat if I'm winning. He said, "Are you winning, son?" No, I already lost. Wing beat me.
Oh.
I want to do this first. Hey, maybe I locked him in sand attack. We'll find out.
Yeah, it's a free setup.
It's also a let-in, which is not particularly scary. After this, Zach. Which is almost over. I think that's 4. 5. 6. Just in case.
So, a question in chat from Size. He's asked quite a few questions actually. Yeah, more questions coming through. Would it be possible to use the randomizer up in a way so that Oak spawns red and Mount Silver is unlocked earlier, so the Mount Silver items are in the pool as well?
Yes, there is.
Yes,
there is an option in the item randomizer to open Mount Silver that does exactly that.
And yeah, with that, Mount Silver has essentially half of the. You can get a couple of the checks, but half the checks are locked behind Cut, half of them are locked behind Waterfall. And you need one of them to get to that area anyways, so you can do half the checks when you can get there. And maybe both. That's a good question.
That, yeah,
This game comes down to luck sometimes. I was not planning on that Roamer Bellsprout. It just happened.
Yeah,
Right.
because you had because you had a Hitmon top before that, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I repelled there. And actually, so I save over at Mortar, and then I checked that one item. So I got it over on the way to Lake of Rage. I couldn't do anything over there.
Okay. Sorry,
But I'll
guys.
check that item.
We got a little
If
bit
it's
cut off
nothing,
there. But yeah, so yeah, because we were saying about the kind of the mains and everything before, but were we talking about something else there before? Because I don't know where we got to, where we got cut off.
Yeah, I don't remember.
we were talking about that Roamer Bellsprout, and I mean, this game comes down to luck sometimes. It's one of those things where you gotta think on the fly. It's like, well, that was not part of my plan, but now it is, and
No.
things just worked out for the best.
No, that was, let's say getting Cookie going, like that was really fun to watch. But that's how it works. Like you know, the roamers and seeing we had everything in here. We had E4 required, we had trade strats, we had everything going on. That was
Disobedience.
Right.
Yeah, like late fly for some of us. The last fly.
Misplays, not getting revives.
Yeah, and I unfortunately had the bad luck of not getting the info that Wing got with the deduction of where his last badge would be, since Storm badge wasn't my last badge.
Yeah.
But I also had the bad luck of the checks I did in what order. Like, honestly, E4 is one of the last things I do, especially because there's now with the new Ho chamber logic, there's only 2 items locked behind E4, so it's very unlikely. So this was always going to be 100% seed for me, basically.
Yeah, it's unfortunate how it goes sometimes, but really, really great race from you both. I think I'm a little bit conscious of time, so I think we'll look to get this wrapped up. But again, last side kind of plug for the Discord. If you want to join in, get in on these, if you see these a load of fun, again, get the link for the Discord. I think I have it. I think I still have it copied. Yes, I do. Join the Discord in. We have, like I say, resources and everything are all in here. Guides and how to set up and how to play. And if you want to join in, sign up for the tournament that's coming up. Again, entries within the next week. But yeah, really great race from you both. Yeah, congrats, wingidge. Commiserations, unfortunately, there, Vice. But any closing comments just before we sign off from you both? Wing, I'll let you go first.
No. All I gotta say is I hope to see you at the tournament. We're gonna have a blast. It's gonna be a good time. We'll be streaming most, if not all, of those races on SpeedGaming, 1 through 6. Not sure which ones, but hope to see you there. And good luck.
Brilliant. And last comments from you, Vice.
Yeah, if you are interested in joining us for the tournament, feel free to. We'd love to have more people. Let's get that to 64 people. Yeah,
I'm really hyped. So, yeah, if you just want to keep an eye on and watch a tournament, then yeah, keep an eye on the SpeedGaming schedules. We'll be posting in our Discord whenever races are scheduled and go live. You can check the brackets and everything like that. But other than that, I think that's time for us to sign off. So yeah, thank you very, very much, both of you, for running. Yeah, it was a blast watching that.
Thanks
for
thanks for commentating.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thanks for the commentary.
No, that was absolutely fine. And yeah, special thanks to Snow Bear in the background for getting the tracking done for us. Did a really great job with that. But yeah, I think that will close it for us. Thank you everybody else for watching, and yeah, we'll see you. If not before, we'll see you when the tournament starts, and we'll go from then. See who gets a title for the top full item randomizer runner. But other than that, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
See ya.